I'm not religious, but like religion is cool and it has its purpose for like community and like structure and like good morals and like having a sense of, you know, people around you.
They went to church and his mom knew that they might bang a kid, right?
Damn, God sent all these pedophiles to tell me about the whatever.
To test me. They're testing you, my boy. If you use promo code ALFBANG, you will get 2-day free trial to this amazing website. Now, here's what I've ran into. I've already been a subscriber to Bang.com for an entire week. You know, they have a ton of categories, like so many categories, but I always gravitated towards, you know, the 18 plus barely legal shit because, as you guys know, my girlfriend Estee kind of has a body like a 9-year-old boy. But I was starting to feel a little creepy. I was like, let me explore other categories I don't usually hang out in. And I've noticed this crazy discrepancy in the porn world, and I understand why trans people are fighting for their rights more because, check this out, they have a BBW category, and BBW stands for Big, Beautiful Woman, or White Woman, or whatever it is, right? It's just very positive. But the trans section is still just she, male. And that just doesn't sound that appetizing, right? We're hyping up fat, disgusting white women by calling them beautiful, right? But a lady with a penis, we're just using very old school terms. And I think that's gonna change, and I'm gonna put in some requests with Bang.com, our corporate sponsor. Dude, when I tell you they have a category for every fetish, they have a category for every fetish, and you're gonna go down a fucking rabbit hole like I did and find out what you really like and don't like. And there are probably a million videos, all 30 minutes in length. I only need, you know, I was used to jacking it to trailers because, you know, I come quick, but now I'm getting the full picture. It's kind of nice. So if you want to join the party, it's Bang.com. Promo code is ALFBANG, ALFBANG. You put that in, you get a 2-day free trial, like I tell you all the time. They are so confident in their product, they don't need to give you a month trial, 2-week trial. Like, you know, Netflix is like, here's a month trial. It's like, yeah, because you've got garbage there. So you need me to fucking stick around for a month for free. Bang.com has so much shit. In 2 days, they're going to have you hooked.
Do you remember Goatsy?
No.
So it's a website, goatsy.cx. It doesn't exist anymore, but it's, you go to it and it's just a dude. It kind of looks like a jelly donut, maybe, and he's just like.
Oh, he had a anal prolapse.
And he's got like a wedding
pink
ring
sock.
on. Yeah, but it was just the picture, and it existed for like years and years and years, and people were selling ads on it. But it was goatsy.cx, the Christmas Islands. At some point, like 15 years ago, a woman that lived in the Christmas Islands was like, holy shit, the only thing people know about the Christmas Islands is fucking Goatsy. Somehow petitions the government to get rid of the website. Like, get rid of it. Some dude buys the domain and turns it into an email host.
So now, do you have an email?
John@goatsy.cx.
No shit.
You can email me. I was the first one to buy one. He put it on Kickstarter like way back in the day.
Really?
And for $15 for lifetime hosting, I'm John@goatsy.cx.
That's nuts. Where the fuck are the Christmas Islands? What are they?
I couldn't tell you. It's Christmas Islands in the middle somewhere. Christmas Island.cx. But when I'm in a store and like you go to like the Hot Topic and buy something like a t-shirt, if you say like, you know, they ask for your email, if you say @goatsy.cx, like 1 in 20 times they're like,
do you guys
is that the guy? Like I leave and they're probably like, was that the guy? Like how is that his email?
That's the guy. I've seen his butthole.
Like imagine
if
if you asked me for my email and I was like, oh, John@lemonparty.com, you'd be like,
I would shake your hand.
You'd be like, that's
to be fair, most of the people that are working in these stores don't really.
At Hot Topic, at Spencer's,
back maybe like 5 years
at like
back.
a TJ Maxx in the middle of Wisconsin, they're like, they've seen some lemon.
Some
party,
of those
bro.
guys,
yeah,
maybe,
definitely,
yeah. But not in New York, definitely not.
Definitely not in New York. Definitely not in New York.
Yeah, in Wisconsin for sure.
They get a little frisky out there.
Yeah.
I'm glad we've covered all the current topics.
So today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a silly one. We have Your Name Strikes Fear into the hearts of insecure influencers. Heavily insecure influencers. Oh, I was getting ready for this.
I'll do my routine.
Are you doing the Ashton Hall?
Yeah, you guys can go ahead. No, go ahead.
This man
Wait. Where did you see this?
Don't worry. Just I'm going to tell you everything about it. Just
introduction,
please.
You going to keep it during the whole intro? The whole intro? I'm going to go long.
He has to run. You have to sprint after this, sir.
Dude, I hope you drown. I hope you drown in that fucking ice bath.
Voluntary waterboarding.
I don't even know where you got your name, but I guess you'll explain to us. This man calls out your favorite. You are your favorite influencer's least favorite influencer.
I think so.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Goob, but real name John Dorsey.
That's me.
Can I dox you like that?
If you
Everyone
want
knows
to.
it?
Well, I
Okay.
have to. It's on my everything. People,
Okay.
people have already done it.
Okay, so Goob _ you too. Right?
That's
Am
me.
I wrong?
Yeah.
No. Okay. I actually DM'd you like a year ago. I was having a moment of weakness.
Serious or no?
Yeah.
You should think it mad long.
Oh no, I had.
Put your fucking face back in the ice ball.
What do you want me to acknowledge you?
All right, cool. That's it. We're done.
I did actually DM him.
I just wanted to show you my morning routine since I wanted to, I can't be fake around.
Where
you.
did you see that?
I'm an influencer, so I got to be real around you. Full.
Somebody
Guys,
sent me that
some-
guy's page
The
the other
morning
day.
routine is crazy, right? Take a sip, bro.
Oh my god.
You know, the crazy part, the shares of this went up today because of that guy.
Ashton Hall, right?
Yeah,
I don't understand that page.
I don't know
he's
that
crushing,
page.
though.
Is he buying followers?
I don't know, but
Is it real?
I thought he was the White House chef. Remember that famous?
No, it's not Chef
yolk
Chef Rush.
bread-
That's Chef Rush.
You know him?
I know Chef Rush.
You know the White? Have you seen this White House chef?
nah.
Chris, I'm gonna need
The
you
real
for a
Chef
second.
Rush. I think
Dude,
this
this
is legit.
guy.
Pull it up.
I would listen to anything he says about
What's
anything.
your morning routine, though? Seriously.
Hold on. Look at this fucking. Look at this fucking.
We're gonna look at jacked Chef Rush.
Look at this.
No, that's not it.
No,
Type in
Rush.
Chef,
Rush.
Chef Rush.
Chef Brush.
Chef Brush, bro. Who the fuck?
Look at this
Thank
guy.
you,
That was the
Andre
White
Rush.
House chef.
Wow.
Look at this dude.
Pull up his Instagram.
That guy could have told me to do anything.
He's doing like 1,000 push-ups a day and shit on Instagram.
That's what the guy looks like.
There he is.
Wow, 2.8 million followers.
He's an animal. Yeah, he does like
Jesus
cooking
Christ.
videos and he like
Whose
fucks
chef
with
was
people.
he? Obama's?
Trump.
Really?
Yeah,
That was
I wouldn't want
racist
him
of
my
me to
first
assume
term.
Obama.
for sure.
I would want him to be my chef.
Me too. He goes to the Olympia. I've seen him at the Arnold. He's a nice guy. He's big too. Like you can't walk by him and not notice that he's there.
I mean, he's insane.
mean,
He's a big boy.
He'll
He'll tuck me
crazy.
in.
He would tuck you in.
I'll let him do anything to me.
That watch that he's wearing is probably like
I was
this
just about to
fucking
say,
big, bro.
guys that are huge, they always wear big face
Yeah.
watches like that.
Well, they can't wear normal.
Yeah, that watch is like literally what I'd hang on my wall.
Yeah. He's got a clock on.
Okay, it's weird that he's doing content.
Why?
You're the White House chef.
So?
Come on, man. A little class. A little class. A little respect. A little respect for this guy.
No, he's funny. He'll be on my comments sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, clapping on him too. Yeah, he's a funny guy.
Yeah?
You have to bring it up, but I'm not even going to do it organically. Real quick, talk about this fucking wrestling video. Because we were talking about it before we were recording.
All right. Shout out to all my fellow short kings, and we've crowned actually a king of short kings.
Top tier.
Look at this guy.
Top tier.
So explain this video real quick. What's happening?
So, sometimes things give you hope, and sometimes you see something and you're like, all the short guys out there, like it's gonna be okay. This
Do you
is
guys get excited when like a short person does something good?
when
Why
Kevin
are you
Hart.
looking at me? I'm,
Kevin,
I'm
yeah.
average. I don't know.
We're the same
that's
height. We were just outside standing up, so we're the same height. Kevin Hart sells out an arena. Like that's one for us.
Yeah, that is good.
That's one for us for
Do
sure.
you guys? Yeah, one for us. I wonder if black people feel the same way about that statement.
I mean,
one for us.
Kai Cenat
If
is
you're
the,
sitting in it, you're like,
Kai
guys,
Cenat is
Kevin
the
Hart's-
same size as
You guys are picking black people, and that's hard to claim as one for us.
I
for you
think
guys.
there's probably on average more short black kings than white black kings.
That's
Well, Tom
crazy
Cruise, what do
because
you
I'm
mean?
about
Tom
to
Cruise
say
is a-
something
is a
really
short white
controversial.
Da Baby, Lil Wayne, Kai Cenat. That's three. That's a top three.
Mark
Kodak.
Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg. It takes 4 of those in one shot. By the way,
Mark Wahlberg?
Just letting you know.
You're saying, are you saying
Mark
4 black
Wahlberg's
people
watch
are equal to
collection.
one white person?
Mark Wahlberg's watch collection will eliminate everybody off the
Look
list.
at this.
That's
I thought
actually.
I thought the whole point of during slavery is we only bred the bigger, stronger. Okay.
But am I
take a
wrong?
couple
But am I wrong?
directions.
Am I wrong?
Oh my.
No,
and
yeah.
Mark Wahlberg has a good morning routine.
That's your guy. Mark Wahlberg is a good short king rep.
major.
Danny DeVito, great one.
Mark Wahlberg has like F-45 Wahlburgers. Like, what's he doing right? Like, is he in the media? What is he doing? I don't know. I don't
Movies? Is it?
What do
Is
you
he
mean?
doing
I mean,
movies
he's
anymore?
He's content 24/7.
Obsessed
think? Is he?
with him.
He wakes up at 3 in the
It's the white
morning.
Kevin Hart.
He's out there.
He's the white
Kevin Hart. Mark Wahlberg is white
no,
Kevin
Mark
Hart.
Wahlberg is no joke. He wrote Entourage. Are you guys forgetting?
He
what's
wrote
going-
it.
Well, he was the one that
He typed it.
But he's
He
the
sat
one,
there and
It was
was
his
like-
show.
It sounds
That's
like
saying
he
50 Cent has
produced it.
power. 50 Cent had power.
Yeah, but he just
You're kinda walking it
He
back.
bankrolled it.
Yeah.
He bankrolled it. He's
Yeah,
like, now
you're
I have
kinda
enough
walking
money.
it. Okay,
doesn't
Let's
matter.
make Entourage. This sounds
bought
like a good
Entourage.
story.
Well, you don't think he's the one that contributed to the story?
Yeah, I'm sure he was in the room once in a while, like, hey, okay, let's do this, let's do that. Like
Based
he's
on-
not.
He's
that
about
guy-
to tell you that At every Wahlburgers, you go into the back.
Yeah, Steve Jobs made your
Wahlburgers, I
iPhone.
have nothing to do.
Mark Wahlberg is back there.
No, I'm not a fan of
the.
the Wahlburgers because I never even had it. I'll be honest.
They're good.
With you.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's good.
I can't
So
believe you
great.
don't even know.
I've never
You're
had
obsessed
one
with this
Wahlburger
guy.
in my life.
It's a 10. It's like a smash burger, but better. It's like In-N-Out, but a little less good.
Wait, you're actually being serious? It's good?
Yeah.
Dead serious. It's really
Oh,
good.
shit.
It's a good stop. It's like it's consistent, reliable, better than fast food.
Really?
Roll the tape on the Short King, please.
We're
Enough
looking
of
up
this
Short King wrestling.
talk.
That's
So this is a Short King wrestler. He goes, he wins, he's so excited, and he goes, and it appears that he picks his girlfriend up, but roll the tape.
Spanking.
So that's the girlfriend on the left,
And that's-
towering
she's
over
a-
the parents.
Towering.
I can say this because I'm short, by the way. I can make fun. You have to shut the fuck up right now. Sir, you're authorized.
I'm
You're
under 6
authorized.
feet. Look at this guy.
He says I'm under 6 feet.
Look, he wiggles over to her.
Oh my god.
Okay, you think he's picking her up right now.
No,
He's
she's actually
not.
holding him. She's not on the ground at all.
And,
Said, good job, son.
and he lets her
Good
go.
job.
No, you should never be kissed by a woman like that.
She patted him. She went like this.
She said good boy.
Look at that.
What a stud.
That's how you should hug your girlfriend.
What a stud.
That's crazy.
You got a hammer on him, though. You saw the hammer?
You saw his
I wasn't looking,
his little
sir.
piece?
I look all the time.
was
You got to
looking.
adjust, make sure the hammer
might
matches
have-
the
she
height. If he has a hammer, then he can go for the height.
She probably has a bigger clit.
You gotta kind of like do
I
the
think
ratio.
everything is just proportional.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean,
Like,
I don't-
dude, China had a pretty nice.
A lot of
See
to-
China's clit?
China,
The wrestler?
CHYNA.
She had a
I
sex
never
tape.
saw
She had
it.
a leak.
No.
Google China's clit. You're gonna be like, it's the size of my dick, dude. I'm not even kidding you.
Of course, Reddit immediately has. Oh my God, everything's blurred out.
That's her. Clit.
Oh.
Yeah, I have that. Don't be grossed out, guys. Zoom in.
Ew.
Look at that. That's a little penis.
That's
There is
disgusting, dude.
no way that's.
China's vagina on steroids.
Ugh.
This is what happens.
That's gross, dude.
There's a regular
Dude,
one for size comparison.
But don't we all start out as clits and then just
That's
develop into
disgusting.
dicks?
That just made
That's
me
what
wanna-
the lab coats do tell us.
That's what the
Apparently.
scientists claim.
She just got halfway there.
Damn, bro. That's
Gave up. China was a badass.
yeah.
I can't even look at that.
Why?
gonna
It
scar
turned
me.
you on? You're afraid it's gonna like,
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit.
That's
I
gonna
feel like
scar
it's
me.
like 2001 right now, and this is just all that porn has to offer, which is probably when that picture was taken, to be completely fair.
That's
Thank you
scary
for.
stuff, dude.
Yeah, let's look at some puppies or something. I don't know. That was a lot.
Dude, did you see this thing? The you're not gonna even pull it up. I don't even know where it is. That there was a fat filter that got banned from TikTok.
Fuck yeah, and they're all wigging out about it.
Why not? Why can't I have a fat filter?
So I saw heavy girls complaining about it.
What is heavy girls to you? Give me a number. Where does heavy begin?
If I can't overhead press you,
Yeah, I don't know how is that. How,
I'm pretty
yeah, but
strong.
How many pounds are we talking? Because I want to know what your definition of heavy is. Because I'll tell you mine. Now we're gonna be in different places. Because you could probably bench press 9 of my heavies,
Oh my God, what's heavy for you?
like $120 for a chick.
But how tall?
With no tits.
How tall?
That's. I hope you're listening. Like I don't know. I mean, a heavy. You asked me to carry 120 pounds of groceries. I'd be like, this is heavy.
But if
Okay.
she's like 6'1", 120, heavy?
6'1", $120. No, she's probably like
That's
nice and
anorexic.
muscular. That's,
So there's levels.
yeah,
There's
okay,
levels,
okay,
there's
yeah.
levels.
There's those, but I don't need her to be 6'1". That's way too much woman for me.
I mean, we just saw an
Yeah,
example
yeah.
of where
Okay,
it was
so
just
for you,
enough
heavy.
woman.
Okay, so a heavy. They're freaking out.
He's
But
not
aren't
big on,
these, like,
he's not
obe-
big on
these
the
are like
ratios
obe-
with the weights, though. So you got to give him
What'd you
like
say?
perspective of like what's heavy overhead press.
230's like
Super heavy, by the way.
Decent
so,
overhead
meaning
press.
like
If I met a bitch that's
basically
180,
if you can't bench press your weight, it's heavy.
my own weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I met a girl that looked like me, I'd be like, ew, get out. You're not even heavy. You're not even heavy. You're like,
Right.
I think
That's in
I think I'm like
perspective.
obese.
In perspective, that's what it.
I'm definitely.
In lifting
Technically,
terms.
I think I'm obese. What's
Yeah.
the obese? What I'm 5'9", and like $185, $190.
I like how he's typing. Is
I mean, you're not
5'9"
5'9".
and 180
I'm 5'9".
obese?
You're 5'10".
Stop giving me an inch when I don't need it. What is obese?
It's
Due
considered.
to their overweight.
Okay.
But if it's due to muscle, then
Keep going, buddy.
This is not due to
Keep
muscle.
going. Keep trying.
Okay, so
Not good enough yet.
All right. So, anyways, what were these broads?
Yeah, so they're all complaining because they're like, we call it fat face. Like,
Ooh,
yeah, they're doing
yeah.
fat face, And I just don't understand it because it's gone the other way for years. And like the skinny girls never complained when like their friend is pulling their waist in and sucking it all in. They're like, yeah, queen slay. And as soon as it goes the other way, they're like, you're making fun of us. Like, no, they just, I don't know. They were wondering like, if I just let it go, what would happen? What would happen?
Right. I also am offended by the term fat face because you can't claim.
Why? Because you have it?
You can't. Yeah, I got a fat face, so I'm offended. No, because like you can change your face, you fat fuck. So like you can't claim it's like a thing you can't change, like skin color.
Well, there is no gym for your face.
There is, if you lose enough weight, there wasn't some fucking lollipop head in the Holocaust, okay?
Technically, what I did...
Dude, I just can't lose it. No matter how much they don't feed me. I just got a fat face.
If you want to get rid of your fat face, dip your face into the ice water.
Really? Give me some.
The Saratoga
I might
brand
drink some
ice
downstairs.
water.
Give me some water.
You want some?
I'm thirsty.
All right.
But yeah, okay, so, and they deleted it because...
The filter's been deleted. There's
so
no
stupid.
way it stays deleted.
Why
bro.
can't you just be fatter? Like, I just want to see what
me
I would
see
look
you
like
do it.
if I...
Oh my god, that's his face water.
I drank all your chemicals.
Yo, listen.
But you know what? You know what? Someone should argue. That's what I love about like upset people is like.
I can't stop thinking that some of that water has been in his nose and you just drank it.
Oh yeah, that's okay. We've shared a lot of things.
No, you pick up bodily fluids every day in weights. You think that's bad? No, you wipe your face afterwards.
It was just a thought
The
I
cold
had.
kills the
It was the
germs.
first thing I thought.
But what if
anyways,
you're anorexic and you just want to feel normal, so you put on the fat face filter?
I mean, I don't care.
Someone needs to go
Yeah.
out woke the woke.
Basically, there's a lot of things to be solved, and I don't have any solutions. Point of the story is that are you at a point in your career influencing where people send you these videos, or do you go searching for them?
Everything I post is a submission.
Yeah, you don't have to even dig it out.
From like the second month I was doing it, I just got sent it. Like my inbox is just filled with like, hey, what do you think about this person? Hey, what do you think? And a lot of it's just people hating on other people, and they're like, oh, this bitch better be fake, and I'm like, nah, I don't think so.
No, she's just hot.
yeah, sorry.
A lot of girls from like different parts of like their hometown, like she's definitely using it, right?
I have to figure out what's your connection to this person before I do the story, because a lot of the times it's girls that are sending their like ex-boyfriends in and not giving that detail, like that important detail of like they hate them. And they're like, you should look into blah blah blah, I heard he did this, I heard he did that, and it's very specific. And I'm like, how do you know him? We dated for never mind. Like,
you know what?
I'm not here for retribution.
You had an interesting one the other month or a few months ago. I don't remember when, but it's a very interesting situation when you're in a relationship and you're about to call out one of your girlfriend's either friends or idols or someone she likes. Was it a friend? No. That he like, think about it, like
a girl that lives in the city that's a friend of my girl that they did a photo shoot together. And so my girl, she like does bikini modeling, and when she goes to these things, she's like, she has to tell a photographer like, hey, I know you may do liberal edits on other people, but don't do me.
My boyfriend.
This is my boyfriend. Like, he will make you miserable. He's a psycho. And so like she has to say this, and she did, and she goes to the shoot, and it's like a whole bikini thing and whatever. So the photos come out, and one of the girls in the photo, and like my girl has all the raws, so like it's easy to just see what changed. This girl edits every photo that she posts with my girlfriend in it. Doesn't make any of the other girls hotter. Just makes herself like waist smaller, ass bigger, titties bigger, face tunes the face, like all that shit. And so I did a video on it, and she freaks out on my girlfriend. And my girlfriend was like, please don't do it. And I was like,
I was going to say, here's my question. No one would really care about that photo, right? It just goes into the void. This girl wasn't that popular. Yeah. At what point did you look at your girlfriend and go like, I was like, I have to like, and she's like, you could go pick anyone else. Why you just think it?
So here's the problem, and the reason I have to do it is I didn't even find it because I don't follow this girl. Like, I didn't know about any of her stuff. My girlfriend didn't see the post and say something's off about this. Somebody sent it to me, and they're like, your girlfriend's in this photo, and somebody edited it.
Yeah, because then it makes you
now
look
you're
bad.
like, you better control your house.
Yeah,
because then it makes you look like a hypocrite if you're not gonna hit that.
I was like, I have to do this.
Yeah, because you got called out,
dude.
You got called out.
That because she's in New York. That connected to me in so many weird levels. My barber reaches out and he's like, hey, can you do me a favor? And it's like, dude, I only talked to you ever to like book an appointment. Like, what favor could you possibly want? I don't know where he's going with this. And I was like, yeah, bro, like, what's going on? He's like, that girl you just posted, yeah, I'm kind of fucking her. And I was like,
oh, can you delete it?
Yeah. And I was like, he's like, can you just remove it? And I was like, no way, man. And he's like, free haircuts for life. And I was like, no,
Bro,
I
the
can't.
pussy's not that
I
good.
can't. I was like, no, dude, I like to pay you.
Well, at least he tried to negotiate in a nice way.
He
Because it
did.
would have got awkward if he said like, "Yo, can you please remove it?" and just nothing else.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. And I was like, dude, I can't do that.
Who's
He
your
was like,
barber? Where do you go to a barbershop? In New York or?
I don't know if he'd want me to say. It's in New York. It's in New York. It's in the city.
In the city? Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay,
in the
cool,
city.
cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Dude,
I was like, wow, it's so weird because like I've been going to this guy for a long time, and I never knew that he followed me online.
Really?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you think that?
Because we never talk about anything. Like I go.
Oh,
I
he's
see-
never mentioned anything?
No. And I was like, oh my god, you follow my page? Like that's super
I have
weird.
clients for a month and I know what they're doing.
I mean, he probably knew, just didn't say.
Yeah.
And I just never saw that the page was following me because you just like call in and
Crazy.
What happened with your girl? Did she get upset?
no.
Did you have any fallout?
She was
Nothing. Did
upset
you have
for-
to make it up to her? You're like, I'll take you to dinner or like something.
But she has to understand you got called out, bro.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, dude.
It's
At
a
the end of
business.
it,
It's his
doesn't-
business.
Yeah,
Well-
Val, I'm sorry, but like if your girl told you, "Can you please not do this?" Like a lot of us would buckle.
I got bailed out.
Yeah, of course.
I got bailed out.
I would.
Yeah, I'm
Probably.
not saying anything, but I'm just saying his business stands on him calling people out.
I know.
She understands that, and she knows how I am, and like I'm never just gonna not do something I say I'm gonna do. But also, that girl bailed me out because that girl was a colossal immediately in her inbox. Instead of ever messaging me, goes after my girlfriend, calls her mean, says, "Why the fuck would you do this to me? Why would you set me up like that?" Like goes wild on her in her inbox, and she was like, "Oh fuck this girl," actually. So I did another video.
Really?
What, you double down?
Yeah, I doubled down, of course.
It's the best.
Yeah, it was good. I had more photos, and I was like, well, I guess what am I going to do with the rest of these? I'll just run it again.
You would have felt bad if she was like sincere as fuck and was like, "Yo, I know that this is what you do for your business. Like, I feel terrible. I can't sleep at night. Like, I feel really
Yeah, like,
horrible.
what would
Like,
you-
I'm sorry that like whatever."
I literally wouldn't care.
What would you do?
You
if
wouldn't give a
someone-
fuck?
What would you do
if they
someone
didn't approach you on like a very like personal level, like, "Yo, I have a problem." Like if she started like really like trying to like
No.
be honest and
It's
vulnerable.
like, well, your worldly problem is like you edit your pictures and now you're embarrassed.
Who knows,
Like,
right?
come
Well,
on.
What
People
would
are
you do?
sick,
What
right?
would you do if someone killed themselves?
It's only happened once.
What? Yes.
They were a pedophile,
Hey.
and I called them out. One of my friends does these pedophile
wow.
stings, and he had this guy that was he worked at a daycare. He's like a soccer coach.
Right.
Gross. And he was interacting with a bot that he thought was a kid, like an underage kid, and we had the whole transcript.
Getting clipped by AI.
No, it was real. Like my friend runs a thing where they go and they catch predators, and he had this guy with the whole transcript on. Hey, let's move the conversation to Snapchat, so it disappears. Grooming the kid. Hey, if I can't send you gifts because your parents might say, if we ever hang out, make sure we don't take pictures together. If we do, make sure you don't post them. Like he's thinking about all these things ahead
This
of
isn't
time.
his first rodeo. He's like, I got a playbook.
Exactly. He has the playbook. He knew exactly what to do, exactly what to say. Super grooming shit. So I do the video on it, and I launch it an hour and a half. And I name the daycare that he works at because I'm like, fuck, like you guys need to know, and the people that are there, like ask your kids some questions, I guess. An hour and a half goes by. I get a phone call from the daycare.
Mission accomplished.
No, I get an email from the daycare, and they're like, "Hey, what's your phone number? We need to call you." And I was like, weird, but like whatever. Give it to him. Hey, can you take the video down? And I was like, no. Why would I take the video down? They're like, it's really hurting our business. And I was like, fuck no. Like, of course not. And I hang up on them. Half an hour later, I get a phone call from them again. Hey, can you take the video down? He killed himself. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, like people will try.
Did he really kill himself, or is he like Hitler moved to Argentina, kill himself?
People will
They're
try
like, he's gone.
anything,
Right.
right? Anything at all. And I'm like, all right, if they're fucking making this shit up, like it's your ass now, like times 10. And if he actually did die, I had the thought, like, well, I'll take the video down because the purpose of the video is warning about a predator. If the predator no longer exists, does the
Best
video
marketing
need to
for that
exist?
daycare. We kill pedophiles. like if you dude, don't worry, everyone's
we
got
hire
pedophiles.
pedophiles and then later they kill
Yeah.
themselves when they're.
We wean them out fast here.
Well, anyway,
Hour and a half.
I asked him like, what? How did he die? And he jumped off this bridge, and it's this big bridge in Philly. And I was like, okay, like I have something to go off of now. Google the bridge. There's bridge police for that bridge. Very cool. So I call the bridge police, and I'm like, hey, I'm a reporter. Like the guy that jumped off the thing today. Like, can you just confirm the name? Blah blah blah. They gave me the name and everything, and he actually did kill himself.
No shit.
It was like 2 hours.
What's his name? Pedophile commits suicide.
Type in the name Nathan Honey.
Oh my
Nathan
god.
Honey.
Yeah.
It's a fire last name.
Great way to get kids.
Type Nathan Honey.
Very
Sounds like if like a pedophile had a stripper name.
What do you call it when
That sounds like a male
obituary?
Wow.
Yeah, fuck that guy, dude. That's crazy. I guess that's
How old was he?
that's a
What
good-
really
that's a good body to
upset
have.
me about this was at the end they put consider a donation in Nathan's name to a mental health crisis or suicide prevention center. Like, the reason he jumped off a bridge is because I exposed him for talking to minors. Like, that's not...
crazy.
Imagine wanting to have sex with a child. That's gross.
That is crazy.
Disgusting.
That's
like, absolutely
literally
disgusting.
repulsive. I don't want to be around children ever.
Yeah, he's 27, 26 years old. Like, dude, you're a grown man. Like, don't be doing that shit.
How old was when he died? He's 26, you said?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
26 years old?
Yeah. And all the decoys were, like, underage. Like,
He's a good-looking kid.
fucking weirdo,
He's
man.
trying to fucking...
So weird, dude.
Yeah.
That is so sad. Actually, it's like it's funny. Obviously, you could take it in so many directions, like humor wise. But damn, I can't believe like people really in this.
Right, but you got lucky that he was a pedo, right? Like, I'd be terrified. I'm just a crazy Jew that I'd be like, yo, some fucking insecure girl already is batshit nuts, and now she's like, I'm getting bullied for photoshopping my waist.
The average normal like, you have to think about it like this. Like, nobody's killing themselves because somebody did a video on them about the truth.
Right.
If
But
you're
also-
killing yourself, like, there were so many other things wrong, and it's not your fault.
Right.
The new age,
And also, like,
the new age
people die every day.
The new age teenagers kill themselves because their nose doesn't look right. To them,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
If
to think about, right?
It wasn't you. If that's, in this case, it's like,
how much of a role did you play in this? Probably a lot.
I mean,
I think you put a lot of pressure.
if the truth hurts you, it's your fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
like
It's
that.
like, oh my God, the truth hurt you. Like, that's terrible. Like, maybe don't talk to kids. Like, I don't know. Like,
I also don't
there's a lot
understand how
going on there.
pedophiles move around knowing the severity of like what's happened, like them getting flagged. Like
Yeah,
yo,
it's
how
'cause
do you
we don't catch the good ones?
like how do you
Yeah, they're sick.
how do you
We're catching the
yeah,
bad
but you
ones right
gotta
now.
be. It's the same thing as like guys.
Let me
that,
give you, for example, this guy. He was on, if I remember, this was like a year ago, if I'm remembering correctly, he was on like a Discord, and then he moved it
what a
to
digital footprint.
then moved it to Snapchat. Like, oh, let's move it over to Snapchat, and then priming the girl, who he thinks is the underage girl. Oh, make sure you don't do this. Make sure you don't do that. Like, giving them all the information on like how to move around. Don't put my phone into my number into your phone. Change my name. Like, all this weird shit to stay undetected. Like, they know what they're doing.
Dude, can you imagine being like an older pedophile that's used to the old way before the internet?
The
and
old
now
way.
you're like, the learning curve. I'm going to get caught. I don't know what I'm doing. It's like teaching your grandma Snapchat, and you're like, this old pedo's been fucking running.
He's like,
So
I would have got
scary.
away with it. I'm just behind in the times. No.
Do you guys think? Can I ask you guys a question? Do you guys think as you get older you like different things? Meaning, like, you know how people say humans change every 5 years. Meaning, like, let's say you go from being young, you're like, oh, I like Asian girls. Or like, oh, I like thicker girls. Oh, I like black girls.
one of them's gonna be
No,
kids?
no, hold on 1 second. I'm asking, like, do you think that progressively humans change as they go? Like preference, taste, fantasies, this and that and
Yes.
the third. Okay, now look, now another question. Now that you may think yes, right? Do you think pedophiles should locate the problem? Be like, damn, this is an issue. I like young kids. That's a fucking problem.
you gotta be
Let's
like-
wait 5 years. Maybe I like normal people afterwards. Like, wait it out, bro. Like, what are you guys rushing to have sex with these kids, dude? Give it 5
Just
years.
for the records, ladies and gentlemen, his advice to pedophiles is wait it out. Maybe it'll get better.
Yeah.
It's like allergies. It's
Yo.
It's like,
No, but like, bro, like, you can't control yourself. Like, it's the same thing as like guys that cheat. Like, don't get in a relationship if you cheat, right? So like, don't cheat.
they're
So
just
hold yourself back.
they're mentally ill. Like, these are
Yeah,
damaged
dude,
people that
Yeah.
Do you
aren't
get
any
my
value.
logic on that
I
though? Like,
understand
it's
your
like
logic. I get it. Like,
it's
I
like-
didn't like broccoli as a kid, and then eventually I did, right? So, like, you're hoping that some guy's like, I want 6-year-olds, and then 6 years later is like, oh my God, I
the fuck was
love
that?
45-year-old women now.
No, I think it's just damaged people that
Yeah.
don't offer any real value to society, and if they self-select themselves out, I think
You don't think
that's
some
good.
people can see their
I would
way out of
disagree.
it?
That's the fucked up part is I would argue that most of the people that have built everything that we get to enjoy are probably pedophiles. So they do offer a lot to society. They offer a lot. Like, there's a lot of shit built on the backs of kitty fuckers.
It's really fucked up.
That's horrible.
This entire country. I'm sure someone was banging a 16-year-old.
Terrible.
That's terrible. You telling me that the CEO of Sony is not doing some wicked shit?
I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I know.
Hope not.
He's Asian. I'm into that stuff, I think.
Hope not.
No?
No, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying I hope
It's
not.
fucked up because what you were saying is like, do you think it's a time thing? I believe pedophilia is a money thing.
I think it's a mental
Well, yeah, that
illness.
too. Yes.
And I mean, it's definitely a mental
This coach had
illness.
money. This coach, someone
No. I'm saying my other argument is you get, like you said, that eventually you get so rich that you run through all the other varieties of things and these people start fucking children.
Oh,
Right.
like the Michael Jackson,
Like
where
the
you're
Epstein's
like, you
Island.
fucked every permutation of
person.
hot
Yes, but that's
everything.
the opposite end already.
That's what
I'm
I'm
talking
saying.
about when you're
Or so poor.
when you're 20 years old and you're like, oh, I like a little kid. Ah,
That's way too early to be a
like
pedophile.
guy,
at
like
20.
you gotta wait it out, bro.
That you're right. Like, dude, 20 years old is like such a weird. Like when I think pedophile, I always think like a 45-year-old creepy dude. But you're right, dude. If you're 20 years old and you're trying to bang a kid, you're like, dude, just fucking. They're not. You're
A phase?
Just
Like you don't know who you are yet, maybe.
I know. I think just mentally.
they
ill.
should just kill them all.
I mean, yeah, turn them into glue, probably.
Yeah,
Save a few horses.
Yeah, honestly.
Imagine pedophiles are really good glue.
Like we found something out about human bones, guys.
Yeah, it turns out.
And if you're a pedophile, you're
Yeah,
not
it's
gonna
fucked,
like
right?
this.
It's a fuck thing because you know it sucks. Yeah. It's a weird shenanigan with the fucking mental on these people. I try to sometimes like kind of have empathy in a sense of like not empathy, but I try to be like
I'm
what the fuck
empathetic to their
happened?
mental
Well,
illness.
like,
What
what
if
the
they're
fuck
born
happened?
that way?
If
you
you're
know?
like a utilitarian, right, and you're like, okay, well, these people are mentally ill, but also allowing them to exist in our society
is a problem.
will harm all of these other kids potentially and make them all just as fucked up. So what do? Do we allow this to just
Yes.
corral them and just be like, oh, maybe Steve
Yeah.
won't get out and rape a couple kids? We'll just do things for him. But then like, why don't we just kill him because all these kids?
Well, that's what nature does.
Yeah, exactly.
There's
yeah.
no animals. Nature just gets rid of them.
Have you
right?
met my dog, sir?
Did you have a retarded dog?
He's a little odd. He's a
Okay.
little odd.
I only
yeah.
know there's one. There's a tiger, and it's awesome.
There's no way.
No,
Please.
there's tiger. Look
Are
up
there
a
retarded
retarded
animals?
tiger is the best thing on the planet. I almost made a sticker for Assholes Live Forever with it, but China wouldn't print it.
Wow.
They're like, we're gonna keep this guy.
Wow. Imagine if this is just like a guy in a tiger suit that they gave
That's
like
how they
downy
do it.
features to. And
I
they're
mean,
just
bro, he does look like a French
Didn't
bulldog.
they do that in a zoo? Once they had a guy in a fake panda
Yeah,
suit. They were like,
yeah.
this is panda. And
Yeah.
you're like,
Bro,
come on,
puggles
guy.
look like that.
like pandas
Yeah,
are really
they're retarded.
expensive.
No, French bulldogs look
Yeah,
like this.
they shouldn't exist.
No, you're stupid.
Pugs should not exist.
A Chinese zoo where the
Pugs are the
panda dog, they're dogs. Chinese zoo admits its pandas are just painted dogs.
Yeah,
That's
like
the
some
headline.
North Korean shit.
Oh my god! All right, this shit's giving me nightmares now.
So look, a guy like you, right? That you graduated law school, right? You're into bodybuilding, right? I didn't know that about you because I was honestly thought that you're just like a debunker for fucking influencers and fucking like that's kind of like
Yeah.
I didn't do a full deep dive, but how do you run? Like, how do you run your business day to day? Like, what's your day to day consist of?
So, I mean, I've been in the fitness world for like a decade now, and I still maintain clients that I coach. So
That's
like,
what you started with, is the fitness world.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
for the longest time, my page was literally just like me posting my clients, and like I would talk shit in my stories about like dumb shit that I thought was fake. And then when I started posting it as like a hard post that would live, it just creates this catalog that people like scroll through.
Right.
And I was like, oh, there's something to this. So like now I do that, and I have like some brand deals and shit, but I still coach. So I mean, my day to day is you wake up and you look through all the fucking messages of crazy shit that people sent you, and like this morning I had 2 videos to rip. One was the Gateway Church pastor. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, tell me.
So Gateway Church, there's a woman who accused a guy like 34 years ago of sexually assaulting her when she was a kid. And he's pretty much been on record like admitting to it and was like forgiven, and there was all this mediation. He tried to get her to settle. She refused, made a settlement offer, wanted her to sign an NDA. Like, you look up the story. It's crazy. This guy, he just got indicted like 3 days ago. So I covered other members of his church that had similar sex scandals 5-6 months ago. And so I did an update today because in the coverage of it, I mentioned the case that he just got indicted for, where it was like still kind of an open thing where this woman named Cindy was accusing him of touching her like years and years and years ago.
In the 1950s?
It was
So-
34 years ago.
Sorry,
80s.
1980s.
Yeah. Yeah. 12-year-old girl. Cindy Clemshire is her name. Beginning when she was 12, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Gross.
But he finally got indicted for it, which is just fucking insane. But so I covered that today. Somebody sent me that. They were like, "Hey, did you see this?" And I actually hadn't. And then somebody sent me a page where they're using fake images of couples and then women in the hospital giving birth and then grave sites and linking it together into these fake stories to sell a Temu product. The Temu product is a Lego set to commemorate the death of somebody. And they're showing like a happy couple that's pregnant, and then a woman in like an ICU. That's
Hold on 1 second, and this all ties back to that church.
No,
or no, it
this is
ties back to
different story. Different
Oh,
story.
I was
You
like,
gotta
wait, hold
admire
on.
the marketing.
Yeah, their marketing strategy is pretend. Can you pull
That's
the video
crazy.
up?
Yeah, I want to see this video.
Go to Instagram. My Instagram.
That's pretty wild.
It's pretty.
Well, yeah, you have to play with people's emotions, right?
Goob,
No.
GOOB_U, then the number 2. There it is.
Pretty good marketing.
I saw Goob 2H. That's me. The one in the center, right there, where it says pregnant.
God, he did show him like.
Dude, you know that guy?
Hell yeah.
Dude,
so
I've known him
funny.
for fucking like 15 years.
can we watch this video?
Oh my God, I've seen that video.
Have you?
It's so good.
Oh my God.
How I celebrated my pregnancy. All right, let's see this.
You're a stud though for doing all this. Is hilarious.
Let's get some volume.
What about doing you one better? Fake a new low yesterday with people faking pregnancies to sell it on the OnlyFans, but what about doing you one better? Faking the death of people and mothers that you don't know in order to sell custom Lego sets. Roll the tape.
Wife fell down. She really.
So I decided to design a Lego set of us and our little one.
Ew, what is
Here's
that?
another one. Wait,
That's the
I
best.
decided to like what?
Dude, the compilation of sad men is so good. Just men just.
Exploiting the deaths of people they do not know in order to sell Lego bricks. Half of the clips that they use are entirely unrelated, and I would assume that most of the people they're featuring are still fucking alive. Their page is littered with clips from other people's funerals and people on operating tables, etc., to tell a story to sell these stupid fucking Lego bricks. You guys are the worst.
Yo, you're the man for this.
Yo, so
You're the man
for
for
full
this,
transparency. This is when I DM'd you a long time ago, a year ago. This was during a time where I think I got so high and I panicked that I was like, I hope I never make it to your page because I've done some outrageous shit like this.
Not you haven't done this.
I faked my own death.
That's funny though.
Yeah,
Like that's kind of
to sell shirts.
yeah. I pretended like I got arrested once.
Did you really?
Yeah, to sell a mug.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna post my mug shot later, guys, and it was a fucking mug with like fucking.
I mean,
Goob
everyone
on it.
see,
That's
the
some
crazy
sort of-
part is like it's probably made in China, right? Someone's like working in like a little sweatshop's like, yo, let's just capitalize on these sad Americans.
Yeah, how do we go viral? Let's find a bunch of photos and not even like I don't know if you noticed, but in the video of the blonde girl that falling down over the dog, like that and the
That one was 400 pounds.
well,
the next one
they're
wasn't.
two different people.
Yeah.
They do the same thing with rescuing like
Do they
deers
think
and,
that-
like
do they-
random animals and shit. Like they'll like, oh, I rescued this deer from the road, and it's like a complete different
Yeah,
deer,
yeah.
and then they show that the deer
Is
stays
it
with them in
because-
the family. It's like, what are you guys
It's
doing?
like that deer has a penis. like what's
Maybe they
going
all
on?
think that we all look alike.
There's a lot going on there. They do it with rescue shelters too, where they'll take a page. There's do you guys know New York City Second Chance Rescue?
No.
It's a local dog rescue, cat rescue. They're fucking awesome. Shout out to them. I love them. But their page gets impersonated all the time, where people will take all of their content, change the name of the dogs, set up a charity, post the same shit because they're doing crazy stuff. They're rescuing like dogs from fucking death. You know, people found outside, dogs that got attacked, dogs that get hit, dogs that got abandoned, abused.
It's crazy.
Spending thousands of dollars and doing these big fundraisers to whatever. And so these people, there they are. These people will take like that photo and that story, change the name
course.
around, put it on their shit, and market it to and they actually grow platforms and get thousands of donations.
I mean, it beats working at McDonald's, I guess. Some people are like, yo, why, fuck it.
But, like,
they're like,
karma,
why
bro.
shouldn't I live better than that dog? I want that money.
Karma. Like imagine you're just that big a piece of shit where you're like, could I go hustle in some way?
But
Nah.
what if them doing this is the... Never mind.
Is the what?
I couldn't wrap my head around a good argument. My
Do it.
argument was like, what if they used to get beat up in an abusive relationship and this is their version of karma helping them?
Let me defraud a charity.
Yeah. Defrauding most charities are fraudulent.
That's like you basically taking your girl back in if she fucks a bunch of dudes because she has trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it's
a hurt
fine.
people,
Yeah.
hurt people.
Yeah.
So you tell us what you think about that.
Dude, when I see
It
a
wasn't
fucked
your
up,
fault.
when I see a fucked up animal though, I get violently angry. Like that sad dog. Why would you make it bigger? I'm literally gonna just cry.
That's
That's
fucked
like
up,
whoever hurts. Like when you see it recently, there was just like a lady who slit her child's throat after a Disney trip because she didn't want to go and return the kid to the dad. Like
Dude, you
there's a
just
lot of
ruined my
moms
day.
acting up lately.
That's awful.
I don't know what's going on with ladies right now, but there's an imbalance.
That's really bad.
They're really starting to.
Probably something to do with the moon or something. I don't know. That's fucked up.
Because the child's not like
Zodiac.
an
Please, by the way, every time we say something, he just Googles it. Please don't Google. No, stop.
No, let's see.
Woman slits throat.
Yo, you know, I was going to go back to the church guy real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Gateway Church.
Now, look, the Gateway Church thing, Do you think that these guys are like, oh, you can't jerk off, you can't have any sexual fantasies, and this and that and third? They suppress all of that, and then all in one, they get this abundance of like they need to be pleasured, and they go and manipulate somebody weaker than them? Or like, how do you? What happens in their brains that they decide to ruin their entire life?
Because they're unchecked
for doing some shit with a little kid.
I don't know, but I'm 34, and I remember like my mom was smart as fuck. I remember I was a kid, and my mom was a Catholic, and we were going to the Catholic church, and I was like 5 or 6. And I was like, this is 30 years ago.
My butt hurts.
No, and I was like, Mom, I want to be an altar boy. And she immediately just said, no, you're going to get molested. And I was like, what? And then like 30 years later, I'm like, she was onto something. Like, this is like before news was like super huge.
But that's crazy that you guys will go. She's like, I know they're fucking kids, but pay attention. They got some, the broken clock is right twice a day.
She was like, they're all pedophiles. You can't get that close.
Yeah, but they have some important things to say. Because that guy is telling you not to fuck. He's not fucking. He's fucking everything. It's unchecked
Bro,
power.
my girl, look, me and my girl got together when she was 21, okay? Before that, she hit me up when she was 16, turning 17. And I knew she was too young.
waited.
So I told her, I said, yo.
He's like, let me park this.
No, I didn't. I booted her.
5 hours. We already said,
By the way,
you're like a
these are
pedophile,
the
like
things-
5-year cooling off period.
These are the things that people dig
Listen.
up about you that you shouldn't volunteer to the public.
No, you didn't even hear the rest of the story.
I know, you waited 5 years like a pedophile.
You
I didn't
heard
wait
the
nothing.
whole
She hit
story.
me up again. I told her, I said, you're too young. See you later. She hit me up again at 21.
This is where the 5-year cooling off.
I'm like,
period
brother.
came in.
I'm like, this girl's back again. I'm like, what the fuck? And then afterwards, I was like, all right, that's obviously of age because you see all the college pictures, this, that, and the third. I'm like,
How old are you? In these.
I'm 5-year difference, so
Whatever, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I thought you were gonna say like I'm 45.
it's not about that though. But I'm just saying, like, I was scared when the girl was 17 years old,
Yeah.
and these people are just frontlining.
They don't care.
12-year-old.
They don't care because that's a fucking 65, 70-year-old dude who's been doing this for 50 years.
Literally,
Unchecked power in his community.
He was in
Unchecked
the
power.
news about it, and everybody knew about it months ago. Like there was a huge headline about it. I did a big, and these people are still going to the fucking
Dude,
church.
they went to church and his mom knew that they might bang a kid, right? And that wasn't anyone famous. People they're like, it's hard to break your own beliefs, right? And if you believe in God and religion, you kind of just need a little bit of a...
You're like, damn, God sent all these pedophiles to tell me about the
to
whatever,
test
but
me. They're testing you, my boy.
yeah, don't send them.
God sends his strongest soldiers his scariest missions.
No, but you know what's funny? I remember my mom was like, "No, they're all pedophiles. Don't go." And I was like, "Okay, I guess I won't be an altar boy." And then what broke it and made us switch churches was she saw the pastor in the beer distributor. Like, so I lived in Chester, West Virginia, super small town. Do you know what a drive-through beer distributor is? Yeah, that type of shit. And she saw him driving through, and she was like, "Never again." Never again. We're changing churches.
Your mom was like, I don't care about the kitty fucking, but that guy better not be drinking on the weekends.
We were out. OUT, God.
Oh my God. If God only saw you now.
Yeah, that was
It's
it.
crazy.
That was what broke the straw. You know, that was the straw. It broke
Damn.
it. It's fucked up.
I don't know, like, we should just let them have sex. And then maybe they won't. Nah, I don't
That's
know.
the thing. Like, they fucking can. I'm pretty sure. If they're married, they can just have sex.
We'd forgive you if you just fucked women.
Can we look that up? Like, if you're a Catholic priest, are you just not allowed to fuck? Is that what it is?
They should just take
Can
your dick
Catholic
away. They should
priest
take your dick
fuck?
away.
Yo, that is so sick in the head, though. These stories are just bugged out.
Whoa. Before we know the answer to this, if they can fuck, that's even worse.
Right, because that's what you're choosing. God's little angels.
You're just trying to fucking... Priests are required to be celibate. Okay, they can't. Never mind.
So they prey on the weak, the young kids that no one's going to listen to, right? Because that guy's not going to try to fuck.
Have we tried to let them fuck and see
That's
what
why.
happens?
That's why you got to go to black church because the pastor's just trying to bang someone's wife, not a kid, right?
Can we just try that as a social experiment?
Can black Catholic priests have sex? There's no way there's a
Regardless
celibate
of
black
race
priest.
or
There's no way.
Are you kidding me? There's no way a black guy is getting all this pussy thrown at him and been like, he's like, no, the Lord gives.
Wow.
I don't think I could ever. I don't even understand who's attracted to that job.
People that want to fuck kids. It
Yeah.
seems like, yeah.
I guess that is the route. That's got to be a crazy recruitment. You're like, if you're a pedophile, here's what we got. The Boy Scouts.
Yeah, I mean, like, religion is... I'm not religious, but, like, religion is cool, and it has its purpose for, like, community and, like, structure and, like, good morals and, like, having a sense of, you know, people around you.
Little foundation for some people that are a little lost in society.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody needs something. There's fucking weirdo groups of people.
So people are on Reddit and they have their own subreddit.
They
group,
go and play with
belong to that,
lightsabers and
that's cool.
fucking yeah. There's like weird groups of people, and
Sure.
like that's cool. And I think that people need that. But then like the ones that are super into those things,
Yeah,
always odd.
extremists are no good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
I tell
People who are
I
into
tell my girl
God.
all the time. I'm like, yo, the God thing and everything and all that stuff that involves it is cool. But once you start getting too extreme for me, I'm like, this is not cool.
If you're too into anything, I'm like, you're a weirdo.
yeah.
I agree. If you're starting anything, politics, it doesn't matter what it is. Once you start crossing a certain line, I'm like, whoa.
I had a
Super
girlfriend in
fan.
college that wouldn't watch a movie if it had to do with like the devil was in it. No joke.
How
She's
long
like,
did
"I
that
can't watch
last, sir?
I wanted to have sex a lot, so there's a lot of times where I was like, I guess we're gonna watch fucking movies.
Does the word soaking mean anything to you, sir?
Oh, God. Dude, it was so bad. I don't think I could date a religion. It's just like two different personality types. I couldn't do it.
You ever see the they go to all the churches or the schools in Utah, like
Mormons?
Is it BYU? Yeah, and they're like, hey, like, would you rather like have your whole family be killed or meet God? And they're like, oh, fucking kill my family for sure. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely kill my family.
Also, like, I would want to meet God, but you're not gonna let me meet God.
yeah, they're
Wait, what?
Like, I'd meet God.
Where? Chris was
That's-
picking his boogers, by the way. He thought I didn't see that.
It's all right.
Can you
No
type
cameras.
in
Like, what do they taste like?
BYU school interviews?
You know, once you make something just your one personality, I'm afraid of you. It doesn't matter if it's Saratoga water or something like CrossFit. It doesn't matter what it is.
Well, it's always a void. It's people that don't have anything until they found that,
Yeah.
and they're like just trying to fit in somewhere, and it's like really sad.
Like if you can't step back and look at it from a bird's eye view and kind of laugh at it a little bit.
Beverages.
Honestly, couldn't tell you.
What's your iPhone lock screen?
It is the temple.
Book of Mormon or Black History Month?
Book of Mormon, depending on your belief. I think both celebrate a lot of good ideals.
What's your iPhone lock screen?
Quote. If not, God is still good.
Name 3 alcoholic beverages.
Something hot about a chicken and God, though.
Tequila.
What's your craziest experience?
No.
This can't be real.
I had
This
a
is
guy
so
Bro, I've never
real.
been to China. I
that
can
he was
talk
dropping me
about
off
it.
early because I had a boyfriend in the same year. So he started yelling at me, telling me that he was just a rebound, and he dropped me off at home.
What's your iPhone lock screen?
The Los Angeles Temple.
What's your craziest mutual experience?
This guy like texted me, set up this date, and then he just like did not respond. Came back and he was like, "Sorry, people were reporting me for being married."
Did you go on that date?
No, absolutely not.
What's your craziest experience with mutual?
I don't believe in mutual. I think it's cringe.
You want to find your future wifey.
If she's not mutual, then she's not the one for me.
What's your favorite party drink?
Water.
Water?
Mm-hmm.
With or
Dr.
with
Pepper, actually.
alcoholic?
Obviously, they're fucking with it. They're not gonna be blasting themselves.
I
on
mean,
fucking socials
honestly,
in front of
I'm
their
really
parents.
into like I don't think you should date a religious girl, but if you can smash a religious girl, girls into Jesus.
Yeah, but that's the catch, right? Like you would be like that last
Because
girl,
it's a
you're
dumb
like,
girl.
You're like, let me check this out, and she's like, all right, I'm gonna convert this motherfucker, and then you're in. Then you're in
Yeah.
the cult.
Yeah.
You're fucked then.
Me?
Yeah, what do
no,
you
I
do?
can get out. I'm a man. Men can escape any cult.
You
We'll
say
just
that
be
right
like-
now, but like I guarantee you, there's a lot of people in there that saw that and they're like, I could join. I could do
I mean,
this.
if the girls are that dumb and hot, I'm down. Like the girl's an idiot.
There's a
She's
fine
like she has an
li- yo,
invisible friend. Like,
I'm gonna tell you like this. Look,
and she doesn't drink.
as
Damn,
far as
that's a hard one
human
for me.
development, there's a hard line psychologically between trying things and not staying in there forever, and then also being restricted too much. Meaning like you can't be restricted for everything, but you also don't want to dabble too far out as well. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and it's hard. Like, how do
You
you
get trapped
how do you
in
Like
there.
Rumspringer.
how do you prepare a kid like?
By the way, I fucking love Amish people.
Right, Rumspringer. You know they do that. The
course,
Amish,
yeah.
they get let out.
They go.
They get let out.
And then they're like, we don't judge, or like we listen when we don't judge.
No.
Where's that fucking thing go?
Okay, I know way too much about the Amish. I had an Amish guy stay at my house for a week once.
Oh
His
my
name's
God,
David.
You gotta tell us.
Okay, this was 2000.
Did he think your house was like the Jetsons?
No.
It's like
Kind
"Man,
of.
You got power everywhere.
It was. I mean, I live in a high rise in Manhattan. It was a little weird for him. Like
Yeah,
he
he's
was,
never been that high.
No. So he shows up in all of his clothes, like his mom made. I'm like, dude, where do you get these?
What
like,
designer is that?
He's like, my mom made all of them. So you know what the Arnold Sports Festival is?
Yeah, of course.
It's like a big fitness expo. If you're watching this and don't know, for whatever reason, I just gotten canceled for making a fat joke, and I lost my account. And I was like, I was on a podcast the next day, and I had shaved my beard like Amish. Like I got everything but this, and it was like huge. And I get on, and the podcast guy, he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I just got canceled for like making fun of fat girls. So like, now I'm just going to do Amish face because, well, I can't get canceled. And I'm going to make fun of them because fat girls spend all day online and would report me. But the Amish people are like building log cabins and they have like jobs and things to do. And so like they'll just never see it. And that was like my bit I did for like 2 weeks. I was just pretending to be Amish in everything I did. Amish beard. I got an Amish hat. And I'm going to the Arnold like 3 days later. And my girl's like, are you going to do the Amish thing? And I was like, fuck yeah. So I put a thing on my story and I was like, all right, if you see me in the Amish hat and you take a picture, I'll donate $5 to St. Jude for every picture I get tagged in. So people were like tagging me in the pictures or whatever. And I walk around the Arnold with the stupid hat on, Amish beard, and then I see an actual fucking Amish person. And seeing an Amish person at the Arnold Sports Festival.
Is he a yoked Amish?
No, he's just he kinda, like big forearms, muscular hands.
Doing a lot of
knew how to swing a hand.
Doing a lot of farmer work.
Well, he sees me and he like beelines for me and he's like excited and he's like, yo dude, like I haven't seen any other Amish people here. And I was like, dude, I'm not Amish. Like, and he starts laughing. He's like, that's really funny. And I explained to him that I'm doing Amish face and he just thinks it's the funniest thing. And we talk for like 30 minutes. He's like the most normal, socially adjusted person ever. Like never has this in front of him. So he's like not an iPad kid at all. He's probably like 23, 24.
He's
like,
Amish.
Younger than me. Yeah, he's Amish.
Really cool though. He can hold a conversation, right?
Yeah. And I almost walk away and he's like, hey, let me give you my Instagram name. And I was like, you don't have Instagram. And he's like, okay, I have a tablet at work because he works for a log cabin. They build log cabins. He's like, I have a tablet in the truck at work and I surf Instagram.
In a carriage.
No.
He has a truck.
They're allowed to have.
Oh, okay.
So the rules are if it is in between you and your family and God, you can't have it. So television is a waste. You're just sitting there, talk to your family.
Got it.
Right? Alcohol, it's a waste. Talk to hang out with your family. That's interacting your spirituality, whatever. Other books.
So if it...
In this case, it's a job. Like you need a truck to do the job so that you can provide for your family and build a nice house.
It's a modern horse. Got it.
Exactly. It's a modern horse. So they can have certain things as long as it doesn't impact the relationship. You can't have a fucking cell phone, or if you do, it's only for work, that type of stuff. So he has a tablet, gives me his thing, and I add him on whatever, and he's just sending me memes constantly, like Family Guy memes, like crazy shit. And
this seems like it's getting in the way of family and God. No, this doesn't seem like a very honest.
He has like
Amish.
13 brothers and sisters. His name's David. So anyway, I did the New York thing. You guys know where you're like, oh yeah, come visit anytime. Like, cause he sees like New York seems really cool, and I was like, yeah, bro, like come visit anytime. Like that's New York, right? Like you just say that.
I say that to
come
everyone.
visit all the time. Amish people take this very fucking seriously, and I just said come visit. And he's like, okay. And then like 2 days later, he sends me a thing and he's like, I called and got my Greyhound tickets and I can come these days. And I was like, and I didn't even tell my girlfriend at the time. Like, I was like, nah, like, I didn't think it was happening. And I was like, hey babe, like.
She's thinking you're about to ask about a threesome.
No, I was like, do you remember David from the Arnold, the Amish kid? She's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, he's coming for like 5 days and he's staying on the couch. It was the coolest week ever. He's like, we took him to Andrew Schultz.
In the beginning, it sounds like, yo, this is gonna be mad annoying to like entertain. But then when it happens, you're like, this is the most spontaneous, random shit that
we filmed everything. I still have like this whole like documentary we could put together where like we talked about like I was like, dude, tell me Amish stuff. Like what is it?
Secrets.
And he explained like everything. I know is like from.
What's the craziest thing about the Amish?
The craziest thing about the Amish
that we wouldn't know.
There are people that give cell phones to the younger kids that like get them cell phones so they can like get out. And so we were just talking about
underground railroad.
No, that's like basically a hood version of like when they sell guns to 13-year-olds.
Pretty much. But it's like for a cell phone to whatever. So we were just talking about Rumspringa, right?
Right.
So
it's
like
crazy.
They give you the option to leave, right? Oh, you go try society and then come back. And you could join us, and you said, we listen but we don't judge. That's not how it is. You either join the church or you're fucking exiled, and there's no in between. So
you can't come back, or you can kind of.
You can. So you either come back and embrace the church, or you're fucking dead to us.
You're only coming back for Thanksgiving. Well, maybe.
No, you're dead. So he has a cousin that like didn't join the church, and he's like not even supposed to talk to him. Like that guy's dead to you.
Wow, that's great. That's like North Korea.
Well, yeah. So like. And I don't know.
It's kind of dope.
It's sort of like I love a lot of things about the Amish culture, but also like that's sort of like, man, that sort of just
kind of keep numbers up though. I fear because they would
but the Ashkenazi Jews are the same way.
But the Amish would disappear if they let everyone just run willy nilly. You're like, dude, we got to keep this a tight. Like you're either in or out.
It's
like
very
there's no
hard
like.
I like that though.
Because
I agree.
I mean,
It's a
from
gang.
the- from the time
You can't just fucking walk over. It's like,
I like
fuck
that.
you.
It's
yeah,
either-
you gotta get jumped.
No,
in.
it's like no. If you're loyal to the soil, get out.
Loyal to the soil. Ooh, I like
That's it,
that.
baby.
The problem becomes from the time they're like 12, they're working at like whatever, and they're making money, and they don't have to spend any money because they're like eating at home and living at home,
Making their own butter.
and making their own butter. So they're like accumulating actually a lot of wealth, and by the time they're 16, like a lot of them have a pretty good amount of money in their bank account, and then they're 16 and free in the world to go do shit. There's a documentary called it's called like The Devil Amongst Us or something, but it follows these 5 Amish kids that all go on Rumspringa, and one of them like buys a fucking sports car, turns into a drug dealer, moves out, like
Sounds
has
awesome.
all this
Amish
Devil's
Devil.
Playground. There it is, Devil's Playground.
On DVD.
If you
shit.
get a chance, watch Devil's Playground. It is absolutely insane. It's like you see exactly how like tight their snare is on these kids to where like they sort of want to come back, but they want to go fuck around for a little bit, and they have the money to fuck around for a little bit. So like they'll leave for like a year and pay rent somewhere, and they're like 16, 17, like paying rent somewhere, smoking cigarettes, getting fucking ripped, selling drugs, and then they come back and they're like, oh, you're back, it's all good.
Community that's small,
You know
though,
why?
there's a lot of incest, huh?
I don't know.
You know
There
why?
has to be. Community. I mean, like,
Yeah.
if the Jews are fucking...
Yeah.
You know why? Because bro, you live that lifestyle. You do this shit. It's a fire thrill, but then you're like, yo, I'm gonna die doing this. Like, this is
Yeah.
empty world. This is an
Yeah.
empty life.
Yeah.
Because technically, discipline is the only freedom we really have in the sense of like following a routine,
Yeah.
staying healthy, blah blah blah. Right? That's what keeps you going. These people fucking go off the rails, and they're like, yo, I can't. I'm not gonna survive.
They have like
I
2
gotta get
years where
fucked.
they're like, yeah.
I'm fucking done, bro. Like after this, it's.
There's also technically no end to Rumspringa. Like
Oh, they just come back 20 years later and be like, I'm back.
you,
Wait, what do you mean? There's
can.
technically no end.
I
to
thought it was
Rumspringa?
like 9 months, like it's a child.
No, you can. I mean, they'll look at you a little strange, but if you want to join the church and you say,
They can't afford to not take the numbers, right? Like if
I
I
think
show up
so.
and I'm like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, all right,
they
dude.
probably take you.
Yeah, but go
I-
milk the cow, you idiot.
That's all I could do.
Go milk
I
the
can't.
cow.
I can't throw up a barn in an afternoon.
And there
You
was
think you could build a barn?
They
They
do.
can't help
they
with
do.
the fucking things.
I just said
dude,
they do.
They
yeah.
got the
No,
numbers
but-
to
no,
do
but-
that. They're
yeah.
very fast.
They're like ants. Amish people
Efficient
are
as
like
fuck.
ants.
They're all strong, dude. So he like
They can lift 5 times
obviously
their
he's
weight.
natural, right?
What?
And I took him to the gym with me. Like he's natural. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Dude's strong. Like I put 225 in the bench, and he's just repping it out.
My
He's-
man, do you see what they eat? They actually have good soil where they actually have real produce, real food.
They work all day with
Hey,
their
but
hands,
look how
bro.
tough they are,
His
bro.
forearms were like this.
Yeah.
His fingers were like.
We're eating
Oh,
Trader
imagine
Joe's
getting
fucking.
fingered by an Amish guy.
We're
Good
eating
God.
Trader Joe. They're eating farm to table, my man.
Yeah.
It's a whole different
Everything
ballgame, bro.
else
That is,
the
he is
table.
Trader Joe.
It's like-
He's literally
He's
Trader
Trader
Joe.
Joe. He's
Bro,
Trader
Trader David.
We're eating fucking protein nonstop. He can have one chicken a month and he'll be stronger
I
than
don't know
us,
about
bro.
egg prices.
There's no
Fucking Amish are
GMOs
recession
there.
proof.
Bro,
Yeah.
these people are. Yo,
They are recession.
Amish
Yo,
are recession
dude,
proof. Power goes
they're
out,
no
they're
joke.
like, yo.
Yeah.
They're no
That's
joke.
Amish face. When the power goes out of my house, I get Amish real fast.
So he told me that some of them do have power. Like
Like solar? Is it like
No.
a weird like?
there's like it depends on
Medical
who your
conditions
bishop
probably, or-
is.
okay.
So a bishop in a town that he knows about, his wife has like some respiratory problems, so he said, "Oh, we can have air conditioning." But it's like,
Oh, that's a Jewish Amish guy. That
dude,
rule.
yeah,
there.
it's like a little.
He's like loopholes.
Yeah,
loopholes.
loopy right in there.
Keep that bitch on life support so we can have AC all summer. All right, kids. Let's
See, that's how
go.
that's how the priests start. They like, we could do this, we could do that.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they're driving Maybachs while everyone's on horses.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they all have horses, but they trick out their horse and buggies. You can order like custom
rims?
ones with like underglow and shit, like all solar and battery powered. I'm imagining. I asked him like, how do you charge your shit? He's like, solar stuff. Like they have
Damn.
solar batteries, and
Yeah.
then I gave him a camera. This was 5 years ago. I gave
That's
him
mechanical, right? Or are you digital?
a DSLR. I gave him a Canon DSLR, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna give this to you in like 10 years. Come back. I want all the pictures. You can keep the camera. And he was like, okay. And so he has like a 1 terabyte card in that fucking thing, and at some point I'm gonna get it back and just get the coolest pictures ever.
Oh, it's like a time machine.
Yeah.
what was the movie with the Amish? With
Kingpin.
Jennifer
Kingpin.
Aniston?
Yeah, Kingpin.
Oh my god, that's such a
Woody
good-
Harrelson.
bro.
Yeah.
One of the best.
Harrelson,
One of the best movies ever.
Oh yeah.
I cried.
I love that movie.
I love that.
That's in my top 3. My Cousin Vinny, Pulp Fiction, Kingpin.
Yep.
That movie when the taxi cab
Kingpin's
falls into the fucking lake or whatever, right? And they're abandoned. And
What movie are you talking about? Is that in Kingpin?
You're talking about a different movie. Kingpin's the one where he
The Amish guy goes bowling.
Yeah, it's a movie about bowling with Ernie McCracken, played by Bill Murray,
Yep.
and there's Woody Harrelson who plays I can't remember his name.
The
but he's
bowler.
Yeah, the bowler
With
who
the fucked up hair.
he doesn't have a hand.
Oh, you guys
Yeah.
are talking. Yeah, you guys are talking
Kingpin's
about
a
it.
classic.
Wait, what movie are
That's
you
crazy. I
talking
didn't
about?
Jennifer
even see-
Aniston, Amish movie? Oh, and she tries to convert an Amish guy?
No. Hold on.
Can you Google Jennifer
It's called
Aniston Amish movie?
Wanderlust, I think. No, let me see. Is it? No, it's not Wanderlust.
Jennifer Aniston Amish?
Hold on. It's a different movie.
What? Can you type in?
Yeah, Wanderlust.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
Is that Paul Rudd?
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
This is an Amish movie I've never seen.
Oh, she falls in love with an Amish guy to get out of the city? Is that like a whole thing? Like she's
that
like
one is good too, but
like an exec. I'm a PR exec, and then I go to the Amish country and find myself.
It's like a slick.
You know who had one too? You know what? Is Tim Allen and the fat bitch. They were acting a lot together, where they had to move to the Amish country. Tim Allen and that she was on Dancing with the Stars, Val's girl.
I think we need to
Kirstie
stop.
Alley.
We got to stop appropriating Amish culture in movies.
Kirstie Alley and Tim Allen.
The Santa Claus, Tim Allen and Fat Lady movie. Wait, can you type in Kingpin landlord? Kingpin movie landlord. Do you remember?
Oh, she's the best.
So Woody Harrelson can't pay rent, and he.
I gotta watch this movie.
Open that.
I can't believe I never watched this.
Oh, it's so good. It's one of the best movies.
It's 35-second clip. This is it. This is what it's all about.
I am calling the cops. Wait, whoa. Hey.
Woody Harrelson hasn't aged.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
He's a beast.
You have every right to be angry, okay? Just take a deep breath. There's got to be some way I can work this off. Some way I can make it up to you.
He definitely laughed in this scene.
He starts vomiting the whole time. They don't make movies like this anymore. Some ugly.
I was watching Heavyweights the other day.
Get these salamis off my back.
Dude,
You can't
Hold
make
on,
that.
I gotta see this.
incredible
Hold on.
movie, but could not make it today. That movie's fucking hilarious.
Get on the scale. Get off the scale.
He's like, get out of here, fatty. He's like, oh my god. Most people haven't seen this movie.
It's
I've
one
never
of
watched
their
this
like
movie.
it's one of their like underground
It's a
ones. It's
10
the
out of
best.
10.
That's
One
a
of the
good
best
movie.
movies of all time, in my opinion.
That's a good movie.
Wait, did you see the OnlyFans girl that the guy died from being mummified in saran wrap?
Please show me.
Yo, look this up. Saran wrap. OnlyFans girl. This guy's fetish is.
Whoa. Can
Yeah,
we get a
that's
guy
how I
that can spell saran wrap in here?
No.
He's not from America.
Okay, you're forgiven. Where are you from,
Yeah.
buddy?
Connecticut.
He said Connecticut.
Yeah, pick any one of those. OnlyFans, whatever. OnlyFans model suffocated SoCal man while filming saran wrap fetish session. He was like basically mummified and just
Whoa.
died.
Next
She
in
got
with a vibrator and
11
cell phone
grand.
filming content for. She got 11 grand.
To
Yeah.
tell him to do that.
She got paid.
Paid more than
$11,000.
$11K to come to his Encinitas home and perform BDSM acts. And then she basically...
How did she get arrested?
Wrap him up like a mummy. He wanted her to gorilla glue a pair of women's boots onto his feet. She obliged. So that's the crazy part. Is like, this bitch can fucking do all this shit to you, kill you, and you don't even know. And she's like, oh, it's a fetish.
Okay, but here's
That's murder.
For the defense. Here's the argument for the defense.
It's a request, buddy.
If she's making $11,000 doing this and knows that she can continue making $11,000 mummifying this weirdo and not killing him, why would you kill him?
Do you think she just got out of control?
No, I mean, like, why would
Do
you
you think
kill
she
him?
just killed? So it's
No, I
probably
think she was
she's a
really-
murderer.
She's
No.
either a psychopath and has enough money and doesn't care. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
No,
Like,
or
why
she
would you
takes
kill
a
him?
request very serious.
She was like, I'm going to do the best of my
Dude, if
ability
someone
for
paid
my
me
client.
11 grand to saran wrap,
She takes her job serious.
I would keep that person alive for life.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you kill him? Unless she's just a fucking deranged lunatic sociopath.
It just gets out of hand. I'm sure she's on drugs, right? She's not over there sober doing
She's
this.
definitely a normal, well-adjusted woman.
Yeah,
That's
of
just
course.
saran wrapping people and gluing
God-fearing.
boots to their feet. There's no evidence that he requested to place a bag over his head and secure it, which eventually caused... Like, what would they do? Like, film it, write it down?
Some girls take their request serious in this job space, and she was performing her duties.
They found Dale unconscious and Reisling performing CPR. She denied placing anything over his head, and this was the first time she... Whoa. Okay, the story switched. She said this was the first time she ever engaged in any fetish behavior.
Oh, so she's new.
No,
She's
that's
new.
like I've never driven a car before, but I'm behind the wheel of an F1 tonight. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wreck it.
I
Like,
mean, misdemeanors are serious. If you have a first misdemeanor, bro.
I think if you've
gotta
never
claim
done it, and some guys like give you 11 grand to saran wrap you just don't go no. You're like, I'll figure it out.
no,
I'm a yes man.
No, she's like, yeah, let me just go straight
Easier
to
ask for
mummifying.
forgiveness than permission. If you told me right now, if you're like, Kirill, wrap me in saran wrap for 11K, I'd be like, yes. I don't need. What am I? How much? I gotta call the museum and ask how to mummify legally.
You're
Like,
right.
I would just do it to
Yeah,
you.
you're right. You're right.
And then
you're right.
you'd be like, oh, fuck, man. We killed this guy.
He had duct tape over his mouth, a bag placed over his head, more saran wrap around that. She killed him.
Okay, at that point, can I also say this? That guy deserved to die. If that's the only way you can come, we don't need you. What are you doing the rest of the day? That's the way you fucking...
This
need
is an
to-
interesting way to commit suicide also.
Right, death by hooker.
Honestly, yeah. But it just sort of fucks her life up. Can
Right,
we find her?
or she gets, like, if she doesn't go to jail, her rates skyrocket.
Okay, now we found the
You
actual
said there was
details.
an affidavit though.
Who's an affidavit?
I think they signed the paper for this.
Oh, she has paperwork?
No, when they're referring to the affidavit, I think for his arrest
He's
warrant or
the lawyer.
something.
It's crazy that men are paying this much money because, like,
That's a
you know
lot
you
of
can
money.
get someone to do that for way
You know,
cheaper.
men back in the day used to be proud of how their fathers went. You know what I mean? Like, it's just different nowadays. Like,
This is the problem is
people
women
going
have to-
very
This is what happens.
going very weird ways nowadays, huh?
You could go to Greece for like a week and have a great time with $11,000.
And they'll saran wrap you, too.
I mean,
And they'll wrap you up, too. That's the problem.
Wait, is that him and her?
No way. Yes.
Okay, the plot thickens. Why are they taking pictures
Perform
together?
kinky act.
Oh, there was a guy recording. There was a third person in the room.
What?
Michael Raceladam, 31, recorded the kinky video for her OnlyFans profile with Michael Dale, 55, at his Escondido, California home, receiving the
Michaela.
hefty payment
Wait a second.
to bind him in plastic wrap and duct tape, which resulted in his death. So there's two people.
Bro, if I'm paying 11 grand to saran wrap me, I want privacy. You're not monetizing this content as well. You're going to film me? I'm paying 11 grand and you're going to sell this?
Do it in the dark.
This, hi, do you mind if my camera guy comes? Yes, I do.
So that's her husband in this picture.
Oh, that's the guy
Brandon, who
filming?
operates the
That's that
OnlyFans,
camera operator? What a cuck. What a cuck. She probably wanted to do that to him.
What the fuck?
Dude, for charging 11 grand, that's a fucking bunk-ass kitchen. You making 11 grand to suffocate people and that's your interior?
Well, she's got to
in the
save money
background.
for the attorney's fees.
I think that's her bedroom in the kitchen.
That's fucked up.
Look, their kid is right there, bro.
That's
How
the
did
kid.
you
I thought
hear
that was the
about this?
Grinch in the background. Like a toy.
How long ago was this?
This is recent. This is like a week ago.
It's a lot easier to do this than go to dental school, right?
I'll agree with you.
So
When do you think the bubble's going to burst, by the way?
For
I
what,
mean,
OnlyFans?
Yeah.
It won't because pussy, it's like it's the number one
No.
children's
But like,
profession.
consider this.
Yes.
When I was
It's freelancing for freaks.
when I was 20, if you were a girl and your nudes got out, it was like the end of the world.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Now it's like, it's okay if they're out. It's just $3.99 and then pay as you go.
Right.
There's got to be an end.
Like a ceiling, right? So, like, when is the value of that going to die, right?
Because they're all racing each other to the
Right.
bottom, and they're all like, "All right, well, it's a free OnlyFans with like tons of content that like you could just see, and
Well,
then
we
you could
spoke
pay
about
for
this.
extra."
Yeah, that's how pedophiles form, because now the naked pictures don't affect them anymore of girls anymore. So now we're buying kids
Yeah,
pictures.
they're just applying marketing to
now
pussy.
we're buying kids pictures.
Dude, it's like how many emails do I get every day from the Container Store? And if they were selling pussy, they'd sell it the same way. They just happen to sell containers. And these girls are running promo BOGOs like a shoe store, right? They're just selling nudes.
So you're basically saying there's a new
They're a business.
Pepsi and Cola.
Yeah, they're
opens
running
up
a
every single
business.
time.
And pussy's never going to go out of stock because every dude wants to bang some girl he can't get. You catch a guy in a weak moment. They're just selling a product that's really easy to sell. It's so easy to sell pussy.
It's like
The marketing's done for you.
I agree
Like-
with you that pussy has been sold for a long time, but the digital
successful.
footprint that it leaves behind.
Oh yeah,
with
their lives are
OnlyFans,
going to get ruined. Sure,
That's what I'm saying. It's
they're
like
just going to figure out how to navigate that, right? Like these kids are learning that there's a forever on the internet.
yeah. I mean,
But
like
but if you monetize it right, you just go, hey, fuck you. I cashed
15
out
years
after 5
from now,
years.
though, there's going to be a kid that gets bullied, and like kids are going to come to school and be like, "I don't care what you say about me. Here's your mom's pussy, and I paid $4.99."
Be like, yeah, you see that Lamborghini my mom dropped me off in? Yeah.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think the bubble will be burst to the point where it's like you made a couple $1,000s on it. Was it worth it?
I agree with you.
I mean, I don't know the stats. Are all of these girls? Are
No,
all of
mostly
them
are poor.
That's what I'm saying.
They're
Like,
mostly poor.
There's a lot of there's some. It's like an MLM. Like, there's a couple people at the top
Yeah.
that are making a lot of money.
Yeah,
Her name's
there's-
Riley Reid.
Yeah, Sky Bree
Yeah.
is not the average OnlyFans creator average. I think they make
Dude,
is
this
like,
guy's on it.
He's
OnlyFans average. Okay, whoa, guys. All right,
$100
get it,
a month.
no. Get a number in your brain. If you're watching the podcast, get a number in your brain. Average OnlyFans content creator. What are they getting paid for it? Because we're talking about the bubble bursting. What's your number?
50,000 a year.
Okay, and
I mean,
without seeing
I know. I mean, I was gonna guess like $1,000 a month. Yes.
average OnlyFans creator earns around $1,300 per year, based on a total payouts of $5.3 billion most recent fiscal year.
You got to thank OnlyFans though for 2 things.
Wow.
Well, the main thing is they humbled pussy.
They made
a
it
little
cheaper.
bit too. They help pussy. They help pussy. They helped a pussy that's like the Riley Reeds, right? They're like buying mansions.
The girls that got in first.
The girls that are making $1,300 a year, thinking they're gonna become rich off their cunt.
It's Bitcoin. It's like Bitcoin.
They're
It's
like,
like-
wow, my
yeah.
pussy's worth nothing.
If you were in at the beginning and you build up a user base, you 400x. If you bought today, it's Clickcoin's 85K.
But I'm pro bullying. Like, I'm okay if you get bullied because your mom's pussy's on the internet.
The top 1% is making 33% of all the
There's
earnings.
the numbers. Look at that right there. 300 creators.
creators make $1 million per year.
That's 300 people, and there's millions of people doing it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's only 16,000
1,000
people
people.
making more than 50K.
That's crazy.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot.
Top 1%
That's
are earning
sad.
33. The top 10% are
bad
earning
numbers.
all the
Get
money.
a job, ladies. Your pussy ain't worth shit.
That just shows how naive the internet is. That everybody thinks that like,
Well, I see everybody jumping on
gonna
it.
do this. I'm gonna do that.
There's like a pipeline.
This is one of those things, though, that you can't. It's a door you can't unclose, right? Or a box you can't unopen. There's a lot of things you'd be like, oh, that failed. Okay, never mind. No one has to hear about it, right? But like, once you do have an OnlyFans, it's hard to be like, whoa. So if you're going to OnlyFans, you better commit.
I mean,
don't.
I would be embarrassed if I was like selling Cutco knives and it was like bothering all my friends about it, or like that weird water purifier. I just did a video on it. It's like $5,000 a month and it's like a pyramid scam. Like, I would be embarrassed if I did those things and then failed. So like, this is just right up there with that. Like, I would just be like, damn, I wish I could forget that. But like, people are saving those pictures.
Yeah.
Listen, making money on the internet is for the women. Let's just put it like the favorite, right?
Definitely
Favorite
not.
Women make more money, is what you're saying.
as influencers.
Definitely not.
100%.
Absolutely not.
I think so.
No way.
If
Who
we
ma-
did the
which-
numbers, I
who-
think the women make more
Whoa,
money as
whoa, whoa.
influencers.
Who are the top
You sell
10?
t-shirts?
Yes.
Can you make money?
That's
Yes,
not an
but-
influence. That's not. You're not getting paid. He's not getting paid corporate money though. He's not getting contracts. That's his company.
I think
I'm
that's all
talking
the
about
same.
like corporate companies giving out budgets, giving out money. Girls are getting the most of it.
Probably. Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
fact.
yeah. You're probably right. You're probably right.
But building a company, sure, yeah.
Right,
You
yeah,
guys
men are
build
better at
company-
that.
Yeah, you guys build companies.
Women are good at
scale.
being pretty, collecting a check.
But the
Men are
easier check
good at
comes to the women.
building, real
Let's
legacies.
be honest. Because beauty sells. But who are the biggest consumers? Kids, girls, and gays.
But when girls do it though, like Alani Nu just sold for 1.9 billion. Katie Hearn, like crushed it. Buff Bunny. If she sells her company, it's gonna be with a B. Like
Yeah.
when they do it, like they fucking murder.
But that's beauty,
Yeah, yeah.
right? They got the fucking following. They
Yeah.
crushed it with that, and then bro, the influence comes in, and then the
What are
teams
the
come
top
out.
We,
ten-
we
what
have
are the top
stats.
things women invented?
Influencer marketing earned by gender. You're wrong.
I'm wrong.
Yeah, men make more.
unless blue is women and pink is men, then you're wrong.
It says men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, one for the team. Let's go.
Let's go.
Boom. What are the top 10 things women invented? Can you just go? Don't.
Walmart.
No.
Isn't the chick she invented?
I think a man invented like.
Isn't a
kitchen.
chick?
Sam Wall.
Wasn't it a girl that invented Walmart?
No,
or
Sam Walton.
Sam Walton.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
a man.
Drove
Come
a
on,
Ford
man.
Ranger
Come
to the
on.
day he died.
All right, number one, airplane muffler. Useless. Alphabet blocks, once again, useless. Antifungal drug.
Not useless.
What, I don't even know
That's
what
that's pretty useful.
yeah, I guess.
I use it.
APGAR score.
They invented an aquarium, so like a mini ocean. That's not an invention. Like put this fish in a glass box.
Barbie doll, arguably one of the best products of all time.
That's an icon for
Yeah.
sure.
Sure.
Beer? Get fucked. Honestly, get fucked. Only women were
Probably
allowed
needed to get
beer
her
and
man
operate.
drunk so we could fuck.
But
her.
yo, influencers, are they all gay men or straight men? Can we find that out?
Can we please find the sexual orientation of these influencers?
They made birth control top 10. That's big.
Yeah, you're
So
welcome.
women really haven't done anything. Like nothing up there I own. Like just like none of that has affected.
Have you
my life.
benefited from any of these products?
Antifungal
None.
cream.
Yeah,
for
I've
sure.
benefited them. Beer has gotten me laid. Birth control has kept me from killing her with the baby inside. She invented the bra. Like yeah, like they're just inventing shit for themselves. But like
That's
we invent
what we do.
stuff.
No, we do this. Dude,
Men.
you don't think Elon Musk was like, man, it'd be really fucking sick if I had like a cult and a bunch of weird cars and shit. Like,
Yeah,
he did
yeah,
that-
but that's
he
now.
did that for
but
him.
back in the day when men were developing this planet,
All we do is solve our own problems. That's
Yeah.
every inventor solves their own
Car
problems.
heater, of course.
just saying,
'cause
we
it needs to be
invented. Like
comfortable.
I'm sure the toilet was invented by a man.
Car heater.
Central heating?
We don't give a
That's
fuck
great.
about a car heater, but they do. Your girl
Central
gets in,
heating.
she turns on the butt warmer.
All of this is for their self.
Chemotherapy is huge.
It's pretty
It
big.
kills a lot.
Kills a lot.
Central heating? That's crazy.
Chocolate chip cookie. They're literally just adorable
Circular-
inventors. The book
whoa,
of
whoa.
adorable inventions. it should be
Circular
called.
saw. Circular saw is pretty mad.
Oh wow, a circle existed and a saw existed. They combined them.
Yeah, most of the foundation was built. Off
Yeah,
of
the men.
cutting.
Yeah, oh wow, okay, cool.
Coffee filter.
Cool. We invented coffee.
Can we pull up the top 10 inventions by man?
They're gonna be mind blowing. Rockets, gene therapy.
I want to know like how would
How
they
did this turn into a fucking
don't know.
what's it called?
That's okay.
Andrew Tate podcast.
That's all right. Welcome to the tape portion of the episode. Okay, number one, GPS. That helps me every day. That is so much more important than fucking whatever else they invented.
Women definitely organized that. Cody.
Smartphones. The wheel, guys, the fucking wheel, the wheel.
Arguably, whoever created the smartphone's a moron. Wish they never did it.
Yeah, the wheel,
'Cause they
the
fucked
printing
us up.
press.
They really
these-
fucked the
They
world up.
fucked us up
Yeah.
bad.
God, men are just undefeated.
Yeah,
penicillin.
men create shit that fuck us up pretty much.
The
for
wheel.
most part. Penicillin is good.
Penicillin's
Who
great.
created OnlyFans? Do we know?
A man.
Oh, man.
The
I mean,
compass.
definitely. But like,
look
who?
how many the world would cease to exist without
Russian
men.
guy. Who else?
See, a man invents a light bulb, a woman's like, "I'll do a lampshade." We're like, "Yeah, the easy part of the operation."
Internet.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh yeah, well, better than birth control.
It says contraceptives and birth control.
Because
Same
men
thing.
were like, we don't really want to figure out the pill part. We'll
Which
just slap
now
a
both
piece of
lists are
sheepskin.
saying the same thing.
No, contraceptive I think is like a sheepskin, like a lamb condom.
It was
Catholic
a
gynecologist.
collaborative effect.
They collabed on the
They
pill.
collabed.
Who
They
else
had
could be a-
sex. For research,
Who
the
else
woman
could
was
be a
more of like a,
gynecologist, a Catholic guy?
yeah. Who knows more about vagina? The internet, nails, guys. The use of fire. Women would be useless without us.
Yo, can you guys
All we would have is be a little hot in a car. If they didn't invent air conditioning, we would have gotten around to it.
Yeah, these girls got a stranglehold on the world.
Yeah, all girls' inventions are like 10 years out from when a man would have done it anyways. Like we would have gotten there, dude.
airplane?
Oh my god.
This is gonna be great, guys.
Yeah,
But
we're
all
getting
jokes aside, women are awesome.
the best.
Yeah, they don't need to invent anything.
Women good.
They have all the vaginas. They get.
They're the best as long
They
as
invented what's the X-rays?
Mhm.
Damn, we're so good.
Why?
That list doesn't. Even,
You know why that list is there, right? Because women weren't allowed to step in to create anything.
Here we go. Yeah. Do you know how long it would take to invent GPS if they were fucking involved in the project?
That's a good one.
Back to OnlyFans. I have a question.
Okay. Yes.
It's a paywall,
Back to
right?
empowering women. Yes.
Why? Like, does anybody like? Maybe this exists, but does anybody use it to like, like on YouTube, like you go and you're like, how do I create a whatever? How do I make this? Does anybody do it as like a paywall for tutorials and just happen to post it on
There's a lot of people that are
Use it
trying
for
to
its
take it
function,
seriously.
yeah.
like who?
Like
Morons.
creators.
Morons.
Morons?
Because, like, if you're gonna do a safe for work content, go to Patreon where the user doesn't feel dirty, right? Anytime someone's like, if you're doing non-sexual content, like, I'm sorry, don't go on OnlyFans. That's like being like, I upload my YouTube videos to fucking Pornhub. You're like, yeah, they can live there, but they're in a toxic
I
environment.
think they'll take them down. On
No, you could be like, hey, if you start vlogging on Pornhub, like, they can't
there's
stop
no
you.
way you.
Where
can.
Yeah, you can
OnlyFans
prove
is
your
upset.
identity on Pornhub and be like, this is not nude. Here's my vlogs, right? But it just doesn't belong there. So like, if
But
you're
like, think you could set yourself apart. Like, if that was true, I don't think it is. You could-
should we do it? This podcast should just live on Pornhub.
if you only posted your
I
non-sexual,
used to post a podcast for, I don't know, some random dude on Pornhub because he had a bunch of like porn stars and shit come on, and he would use it to promote.
and it got views. It did numbers.
I mean, the numbers are numbers.
No,
No.
it was a terrible
I
idea, but
guarantee
he was
at the end
paying
of
me
the
a
day,
lot of
Pornhub
money.
would be
Yeah.
ecstatic. Pornhub would be ecstatic. If you can get the eyeballs to it, what do they care?
Yeah, but I mean, your average audience is typing with one hand, and they're probably just going to scroll right by you because they're looking to
Right.
beat off. So
Yes.
like that's that is a monkey wrench. A monkey.
But yeah, I don't know who's making. If you're making money on OnlyFans, not showing a butthole.
My thought was, so I call out tons of like fitness influencers and whatever. Like my thought was, I could have an OnlyFans page and only criticize and call out the edits of OnlyFans models. So it's kind of like a
They
consumer
delete you
reporting.
so fast.
You know what you would make
They
money
delete you
doing?
so fast.
That's what I'm thinking.
Hold on.
No,
you know,
because the guys who run OnlyFans, it's like it's
They're
not,
trying to
it's not a
protect their-
democracy.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
those guys. Like I know the guy that runs it. Like he'll literally be like,
You know what
shit,
you would
like,
make
just
money on,
delete
though?
him. I'm not
Yeah.
going to piss off the
Yeah.
girls that
Yeah.
are making us.
you
$5
wouldn't make
billion.
money on that, but you know what you would make money on? The fact that people from neighborhoods are sending you other profiles saying this my ex, this my dad. If you did private investigations and charged them a bundle pack, like yo, I found this, and then you charge them for that, you would crush. That you would make money on.
Oh, dude, so many times, like the fucking ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend shit. I don't do it though. I did one once, and it was like this dude beat the shit out of the girl, and she came to me and sent all the evidence, whatever, and I ran the video, and then they got back together in like a week, and she put out a video like, he's lying, it's all made up, that never happened.
Yeah, common enemy. They created you as a common enemy that brought them back together.
Yeah, I was like, fuck both of you guys, I'm deleting the shit, and fuck.
But if they paid you, you wouldn't feel as bad.
I'd be all right with it. Yeah, I'd be like, I got $2,000, but like,
no problem. See,
It
good
should be
job.
like $5,000 to take a video down.
Be like, let me know if you guys need me from either side.
So the only time I've ever done that is every Christmas I put it up and I'm like, all right, none of the pedophiles, none of the thieves, but if I did a Photoshop video on you and you send $2,000 to St. Jude and tag me and send me the whatever receipt, I'll take one video down.
That's fire.
Every year, tons of, and I don't say like who did them or whatever or which videos I took down, but every year I get a bunch of, I sent it, can you take this video down? They send me the link and it's gone.
That's so great.
As long as it's Photoshop. If you're like a pedophile, like, I'm sorry, like
I'll take your money.
I'll take your money, but I won't take it down.
See, that's
Right,
cool.
right.
I like that.
Yeah,
That's a cool one.
every year. Shout out to St. Jude.
If you did that with the chick that was with your girlfriend and she donated, you would take it down?
Yeah,
That chick doesn't
she would
have
never do
$2,000.
it. Yeah, she doesn't have $2,000. She would never do it.
$2,000.
Yeah, but like it has to be that Christmas. So like the video's up for like at least a year.
Oh my God! If you burn some girl on December 27th, she's like, I gotta wait a fucking year to delete this.
Or December 24th. She's like very, very, very incentivized.
It's a hard army to fight because they do have a lot of warriors on their side being like, so what? Like, I'm just feeling good about myself.
Think about it though, because I had this thought when I first started. My account was really small, and I was like, I don't want to go after these big accounts because like they're gonna shit on me with their people. They never want my video to be seen.
So
they
not
never use their audience. They will because as long as what I'm saying
You'll
is true,
win them over.
Yeah, they're never going to post my video and be like, go attack this guy, because they're going to watch the whole video and then be like, he made a ton of sense, and they are full of shit. Then they've just created a hater for themselves. So I've never, maybe once or twice, been posted on somebody else's page, and then they take it down as soon as the tides start to turn, and they're like, my fans don't like me because I was a bullshit liar and got called out for it.
It's like that Prada thing, right? When they would call people out for fake shit, wearing fake clothes or fake stuff. What was the page called? There was a page also.
Prada?
Yeah, some shit like that, right? When they were basically like people would wear fake clothes or fake watches and stuff like that, and they get called out for it.
They've had a lot of controversy.
I don't know this page at all.
They just kind of, it's like a
Diet
fashion
Prada?
page. It's a fashion page. You just call it a...
What is going on right now?
Yeah, they get called.
That's
So
fashion?
let me ask you, how do you
gross.
do your influencing, like in a sense of like corporate stuff? How do you get deals? Do people go like, hey, listen, we don't want to touch your stuff because you're too controversial? Like you call people out and there's a lot of bad tension here, or companies are actually like, oh, we like you, you're cool, like we want to give you some money?
I've never reached out to a company. They'll come to me, and it's usually they're like, hey, we like what you do. We're a big fan of the whatever. Like,
What was the biggest corporate company that's reached out to you since you started influencing?
I mean, sometimes like you talk to them and it's like some bullshit, and I don't want to do like, because for me, and I think this applies to every person that's like an influencer, terms and like content schedules and stuff just fucks you up. Like if I do a video, like let me do it in my own way. Let me appeal to my audience in a way that's smart for my audience so that it's a good advertisement.
So it's
for you.
organic.
Exactly. But some of them, they're like, okay, we need one post on this, and we're going to send, there was one company, I don't want to say, but it was a bigger company, and they're like, we want to send you the video to post. And I was like, no, like,
I have to be in it.
yeah, well, yeah, it's like, no, don't worry, it'll be really easy. We're going to pay you this every month, and then we're going to send you the video, and it'll be edited, and you just post it. And like, that's not going to hit. Like, you're going to get no views at all.
Yeah. And
it's going to be bad for you.
It looks bad for you as well.
Yeah, it just looks like an
Because it
ad.
doesn't apply to your life.
Yeah, and it's like I'm willing to work more and actually do the video, but then they don't. Oh, we don't want to, have to edit it and veto and whatever.
So most of your money comes from your actual clientele rather than the actual influencing that you do.
It's like probably 50-50.
Uprising.
50-50?
Yeah, Uprising. Shout out Uprising.
Yeah,
Shout
it's
out
dope.
First Form.
I'm just asking because some people actually want to wonder, right? Like guys that want to get into influencing or get into that space. Like,
Guys who want to get into influencing, you should just get into gay porn. Because any phrase,
That's
I'd like to get into influencing.
That's the pipeline.
everything
You
with
should
this
join the
kid is
military.
fucking, bro. He just wants to sell cock and pussy.
If a guy goes, I'd like to get into influencing, you should be like, you should go to the army. Like, you become a man.
So
first.
I mean, it just starts with you have to do something
Your
that
son.
entertains you, and if it entertains you and you do it enough,
you
you're
literally
passionate.
might as well, honestly.
Dude, if
You
your
would-
son comes to you and goes, Dad, I'd like to be an influencer, I'd be like, oh my God. Oh my God.
You're
This
gonna
is
tell him to
terrible.
start blowing dudes.
I'm going to be like, dude, like, we got one of these guys.
Yeah, but Ryan Reynolds always said, he said, if you want to get into Hollywood or entertainment, just go to rehab first. He said, start backwards.
Well, like I literally never posted at all on the internet in any way that involved me. It was just posting my clients. And then you guys know who Trax MIC is? Of
course.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like a really good friend of mine.
He's killer.
And
He's shot, but he's killer.
I hang out with him all the time. and I would just like see how he did it, and I was like, man, I could do that shit. And he's just always talking shit. And I was
Well,
like,
because he elaborates so well.
Him and
He
Ben
actually,
Baller had a nice
he's actually
blowout
very
a few years
eloquent.
ago.
Like
Who?
Him and Ben Baller had that big blow.
oh yeah. I know Ben too. Ben's cool.
for a
Ben's
guy
cool.
from not for nothing, all jokes aside, from his community that's also from New York, he's very eloquent and he expresses himself.
He's a story. He's
very, very.
What
well.
he taught me was like, you tell the story, and the story makes sense, and like every video you do is a story, no matter
But
what.
he's insanely good storyteller.
Yeah, he is, and like
Bro, he doesn't even have cuts in his videos when he first started. It was just like straight through
watching
videos.
him
Like,
record something, he'll do it in one fucking take.
yeah, he's a beast.
And straight through, like it's awesome. And
He's a nut job.
You know
and it's
Trax?
not- I know him through other people.
Yeah,
Because I know a lot of
awesome,
jewelers.
bro.
They all watch my videos from like Queens. So they all have like I used to make the content back in the day, and they used to all pass it around. But Trax is like, he's a talent. And
I've
he's also
seen his shit,
and he's
yeah.
also not. He doesn't rely on anybody. Like
no,
he
does
built
all of his own stuff, but he has a
Is
little.
his jewelry expensive?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
jewelry.
It's
gold.
all jewelry is
Matt's gonna
expensive.
make
It's
me an earring.
He's a beast.
I
Though.
just got my ear pierced again yesterday.
He's
Not
a
the
nutty
same thing,
boy
but-
though. He's nutty. He's nutty because if he loses his bird, he'll fucking go off on you. Like,
Well, he's also like the Diamond District guy, right? Isn't he? From
well,
that?
yeah, because
so
they're bro,
he's
they're all
already-
salesmen.
He's on
They're like, they
47,
don't play
yeah.
around, bro. Like
Yeah,
they're
you're
very.
with 900 other jewelers on
Yeah.
the block. You got to be a personality.
He's a stud though. I
but
like Trax.
What he is in the videos, that's the dude in real life. Like,
Yeah,
he's
he doesn't
just-
hide nothing.
No,
you ever
he's-
seen his Snapchats? When he starts losing it, like he has like videos with squirrels and shit. Like he gets
No,
down, bro.
He'll
He's killer.
he'll go off on like somebody on the block that did something slimy, and he'll just fucking
Fuck your
bury
brother.
him.
He's like, he
Yeah.
fucking goes nuts. The way they do it over there, bro, it's such a nasty business, like jewelry in general, period. Outside of even him becoming who he became, bro, it's such a cutthroat, disgusting business. It's schemy as fuck. They cut each other.
Everybody's
it's cutthroat.
sliming.
They're
He had
sliming.
this huge lawsuit where this the diamond distributor was mixing in CVD, which are lab diamonds,
Yeah.
with natural diamonds.
hoping you don't catch a fever.
Yeah, and it'd be
And
like
it was GA. Like GA would still approve it too.
90 to 10, right? And it's like 10%, whatever. You'd think that's nothing, but it's like no.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, especially when a natural diamond costs 5 times as much as
exactly.
whatever. And they're millions of dollars we're talking. And he ended up like getting in this massive suit with, he called him the father of CVD, this guy named Nitin, and just trolled him for like a year straight. He had a cardboard cutout of Nitin at the shop, and he'd do videos with it.
Only time I seen Trax get stopped in his tracks, funny, 50 ripped him.
Really?
Yeah, 50 ripped
No,
him.
dude, they're still going back. Did you see?
I know they're going back and forth.
He went
but he tried to like do the whole like Trump thing where he basically retaliates and plays the game and goes to Queens and he's like, "Yo, we're brothers. Like, let's figure this out." 50's not letting up because 50 doesn't lose his lawsuits.
Right.
Like 50 is
Why are
like
they suing
he's
each
like
other?
10 out of 10 with
Okay,
lawsuits.
so Max posted they were doing a cross, right? Like 50 Cent is, as far as I know, 50's not Jesus, but there's a cross that 50 wears. That's kind of like an iconic 50 thing. I don't know if he has a patent on it or not, but 50
he's
does.
been wearing it since like Get Rich or Die Trying. Like
and
he's been.
so Max posted, hey, we have a 50 Cent cross, and uses a picture of 50 in the advertising or whatever. And 50 sued him over that, saying you're using name, image, likeness, which is like he probably has legitimate.
That's
Well,
legit. That's
yeah.
a legit claim.
Well, it's like illegal to copy someone's tattoo, right? Because the artist owns the work.
But he also used the 50. He said like, "Yo, the 50
I don't think the
rocks
cross
across."
is- yeah,
what I'm
like-
saying is like
yeah.
you're
You've
using-
seen this
that's someone
before.
else's art too,
Right.
But it's not 50's art.
Right,
So
it's the
50
art
can't bring the
division.
suit because he doesn't
Right.
have standing.
Right.
It would be the art of the jeweler that made
Yes.
it, which is not
But
the person who's
50's
doing
position is that he's using
name,
his,
image, likeness, which he has a position. But Max did a video, and he was like, hey, 50, instead of spending a bunch of money on lawyers, I have $50,000 worth of silver. I'm giving it out to your community.
I know, I saw.
And that just pissed 50 off more, which I would think if I was 50, I'd be like, all right, man, like that's cool. But he's like, no, fuck you.
Well, 50.
But 50's like you
Well,
can't buy
50's
my affection.
But
I feel like
if I were
50's
50, I'd be like, all right, like whatever, man, that's cool. Like,
But 50's position is that I don't lose any lawsuits. So he loves to post that he wins every lawsuit.
wait,
You know?
that was a bad idea. You will regret doing this, I promise. 50, yo, don't you got better things to worry about?
Yeah, but you see, but his position is that his favorite token is that he keeps posting lawsuits that he wins. That's like his like trophy.
Well, yeah, 50
He's
will
like,
win
you guys
every
play
lawsuit
me.
because he'll just bury you until
Right,
you run out of money.
exactly. That's his whole stance.
Oh man.
And I love 50 and I love Trax, but I love 50 more because to me 50 is like a
Dude,
profit.
everyone
you know what I mean?
is making enough money that they can.
I think
they'll be
it's
fine.
super petty.
Obviously,
It's like, come
but
on,
dude,
bro.
like you,
It's the
come
king
on,
of
you,
petty.
you
Let it
don't
go.
think you don't think that this is all petty?
It's extremely petty,
They all
yeah.
do this. Bro.
Yeah.
This is not like a new thing. You
It's
know what I
such
mean?
a waste
It is
of
cute watching grown men fight.
Mech
In
suit.
in the beginning, I wasn't sure what's going on with him because I didn't know how much of a sellout he is. But he's definitely probably one of the realer like top tier guys from that area.
Dude,
for
he's
sure.
like, whether the camera's on or like, there's so many times I've been walking with him somewhere, and there's like just some homeless person that like, they're there all the time, and I've never seen somebody give more money to just random fucking people, and like not like you see him do the gold in the street thing, but like the camera's not on. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you
Right,
gave that
give me
guy
some
$100 yesterday. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's genuine.
Give me some gold. Trax, if you're watching this, give me some gold.
All right.
All right. Do you want to? What do you got to plug some things? We got some sponsors. Anything you need to plug? And we hope you come back again. And get silly.
www.meatspin.com for all the Goob U updates.
Nah, come on. Tell us where the clients should go. Who maybe are you taking on new clients? Do you take?
If I'm wearing it, you check
There
it
you
out.
go.
You know, first forum uprising. But I'm not here to do a plug. I'm here to wear the thing and have you wonder about it enough to go Google it.
What's this uprising?
What
Meaning
is
like your
uprising?
character is dope enough for them to like let's research who this guy is.
Yeah, I feel like the hard plugs are always bad sells. But
I like that.
if you care about
take
it, you
it.
look into it.
I take that. I'll take that, guys.
Sweet.
We had a legend with us. He's the man. You stay away from him.
Guys, and he's not
If you-
that mean. He's actually very nice.
If you guys are doing fucking
Don't be
fuck
scared of
around
him.
like little face tunes, do not do this. Like, please, we got the police right here. Face tune
Please,
police.
if I do call you out, please double down. I like to make more than one video.
Just remember that like he's willing to have unrest in his home just to make a point. So there is nothing you could do to this man
I will never
that he
stop.
won't do to himself.
I turned down free haircuts for life.
Really?
Yeah,
Damn.
I told him no.
and you're a hairy guy, I could tell.
Hairy guy, a lot of haircuts.
Yeah.
A lot of haircuts.
All right, you're
good?
the best. Yep.
Thank you.
You got it, dude.